real? Oh no. Let's go.
Boston.
State of OH! Today. In Berkeley, California. You got it. This one's for three. AJ Hawk, $5,000. USA! USA! USA!
The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey!
Why?
Let's go!
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers.
You pink!
Damn it! Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people. And welcome to our Hum of the Boat, the Thunderdome, on this Overreaction Monday, Happy 420. This program begins now.
Sports
Are the greatest, and we had a fantastic weekend of playoff sports. The NBA, kind of boring, but playoffs are happening. The race to the ultimate prize in basketball.
Yes, that's right. The Larry O'Brien.
Yep,
there you go.
Right
Larry
there.
O'Brien.
Yeah.
That's what everybody's looking for. Started this weekend, and Connor will have a full breakdown. He watched every single moment of every single game, which we certainly appreciate. And then the NHL playoffs, they had a massive weekend. Started between two old giants deciding to just start and scrap as soon as the puck is dropped. Obviously, you got Brady Tkachuk, USA. Team USA hero and leader in Chirper on the bench. And then you got Jordan Stalzy on the other side. Hey, boys, you want to start the playoffs with a fight? Yeah, fuck it. Let's fucking do it. Yeah. Okay, for the good of the game. And then the boys throw down in the middle of Carolina.
Yes.
Ottawa. Now, a couple big shots were landed by both sides, but that's how the NHL playoffs kind of started. And their entirety of the weekend was electrifying. The NHL playoffs are something that if you watch, you're going to get captivated, you're going to get mesmerized. And although the Flyers want to go to big-time win over to Pittsburgh, playing once game 2 tonight in Pittsburgh, by the way, you're going to see something that's special. You're going to fall in love, and the games are going to be exhilarating. A lot of NHL games, great. A lot of NBA games, kind of a little bit of a bummer. But nonetheless, we're in playoff season. We're thankful for that. We got games tonight in the playoffs, so we cannot wait to watch in the NHL and the NBA. The Toxic Tables here at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt. Con, man, incredible weekend of playoff action out there.
Yeah, it was the best. I mean, you mentioned it, the NHL start to finish always delivers. The NBA, it's going to take a little bit just to get into it when it comes to competition-wise, but that's why this is fun. You get to kind of poop on all the dumpy teams unless you are Evan Fox, the number 1 seed Pistons lose to the Magic, which was an absolute joke. I think it's the first time ever, or maybe the 4th time ever, that it was a wire-to-wire victory for an 8th seed over a number 1 seed. But no, it was fantastic. I mean, can't really mention the weekend without mentioning that neck brace, though. I know it was
Peace and peace.
a little tough for you as well.
No kidding.
Yeah, it was quite a Vegas weekend, and the thing that I didn't think was possible was actually possible.
Still don't know how.
Randy Orton lost.
Yeah.
And doing so, tried to break my neck.
Yeah.
After my neck had already been busted by Jelly Roll's big ass, smaller than he was, big ass, crashing through commentators' desk, just feet in front of Michael Cole and the boys who were forced to watch us.
Yeah.
Jelly Roll and I have been the best friends. And then all of a sudden, a couple weeks ago, he pops on the screen and starts saying, I'm going to check you, I'm going to check you, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. It's like, Jelly, what are we doing? I was just there for the Grand Ole Opry when he went in there. What are we talking about? He said, well, why'd you tell Randy to attack me? And then he said, you know what, this is for everybody. 2 motherfuckers breaks me in half.
Jelly.
I bounce down there. My whole body just loses its senses. Cody Rhodes is clapping. Obviously, everybody thinks he's a hero. He might be.
He might be.
This guy just might be.
Yeah.
I don't know how he was able to get that win over Randy Orton, who's everything perfect with professional wrestling. Cody Rhodes somehow hits the crossroads on Randy. You know why? Because Randy was a little bit distracted. Because Randy wanted to snap my neck in half.
Yeah.
I'm already in a neck brace.
Was that
In the
all
back, the doctor said you need to keep stability in your neck. I said, well, I'm going to go ref just in case something happens. I'm going to get ready. Charles Robinson goes down. Randy attacks me. Maybe he didn't know it was me.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah. He could have been confused.
Makes sense.
Felt like he knew.
I don't know. A lot of physicality in that match.
Said everybody.
Yeah.
Yep.
First phone call after we decided we had to save the business, I told him to kill everybody. That's what I told Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll was like, you told him to attack me? I said, no, I told him to kill everybody. I didn't know you were going to be sitting out there. He did kill you. He killed me, too.
Mm-hmm.
This is what happens when you dance with Viper, the apex predator. All I was trying to do was motivate and inspire. I was trying to tell him that for future generations of wrestling, we need you to go ahead and get the strap, get the title, get to the top of the card so that everybody else can follow. So that, bam, and it ends with that. People are asking, I appreciate C2 through C5. They got scans coming back tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Good luck. Jeez.
Could be anywhere in there. I'll tell you what, I've been wearing this thing since I got jelly rolled.
Yeah.
I got jelly rolled.
Yeah, you did. That'll happen.
I've been wearing this just to keep it secure. They ran the scans. I'll get it back tomorrow morning. I'm very grateful and hopeful that I'll be completely healthy. But there is some soreness, obviously. Got some cuts and bruises, too. Hand right here cut. Well, I think that's because the table exploded.
Yeah, could be.
Okay, I got some shrapnel. Somehow got a splinter in my crotch. I think it's because of what happened to the table. I mean, there was a lot that happened out there. And, I did Want to let everybody know that I am okay, just in case people were worried, because I did seem lifeless there for a bit.
Yeah, we were.
Move.
And I heard a couple people, and I said, you know what, I got to let them, I am very okay, actually. This is how I feel. So I would like to let everybody know that although the mission was supposed to be Randy Orton saving the business, I think what happened instead was Cody Rhodes proved he is the one. And that guy had his eyeball.
Oh, boy.
Shot.
This guy's face. I think he got right to the thing, kind of cut him open, and then I think there was a punt that happened afterwards that go ahead and swallow up the whole side of his face. Cody Rhodes was obviously very admirable. Randy Orton is still everything that I said he was. But good news is, business doesn't need to be saved after all. And good for them. Mm-hmm. And for me, I finished my story.
Mm-hmm. He did.
Yeah.
I came up in the Indies.
Yeah, he did.
IWA East Coast.
War pig.
Yeah.
I went through development, NXT.
Let's not forget trampoline.
And your barn.
I was a wrestler, trained by Rip Rodgers.
Yeah.
Same guy that trained everybody that's retiring, kind of, currently.
Don't forget your trampoline. Trampoline league.
Out of OVW. Trampoline growing up, I was champion. Trampoline champion. Now that we really go through it. Trampoline wrestling.
Yeah.
Indie wrestling.
Yeah.
Undefeated.
State title in normal wrestling.
I never normal wrestled. That's amateur wrestling. Never did that. You would be able to tell if I did, because I'd be looking for those cauliflower ears immediately. I went through developmental with NXT.
Yeah.
Commentated and wrestled down there.
Stupid Adam Cole.
Bingo. Had that happen. Get WWE commentated. Lucky to do that. Did pre-shows. Lucky to do that. Wrestled. Lucky to do that. Reffed. Lucky to do that. Managed.
Yeah.
Lucky to do that. It's been a hell of a run. Thank you, wrestling.
Congrats, man.
Thank you, wrestling. Hell of a run.
Thank you, wrestling.
Did it all.
It was an honor to be over there. And, maybe I took it too far in trying to motivate my friends saying the things that I was saying. Yeah. Sometimes when you're trying to motivate something, that did feel good. I must add. The neck was hurting every step, obviously.
Yeah, great posture. Great posture.
Thank you. Yeah, I had to hold it together. And, a lot of people said, like, what if I did count to 3? Would that have counted? We'll never know.
Yeah, you were sanctioned, right?
Yeah, you had the stripes on.
We'll never know. We'll never know. And I thought Cody was so out. It was a tough day.
Yeah.
It was a tough day.
Yeah.
Then obviously it's WrestleMania in Vegas. You kind of got to go experience that a little bit.
Got to.
One played some blackjack at private tables, then bopped over to Fountain Blue at Live, and 50 Cent was there.
Oh, sick.
And I'll tell you what, it was an interesting time in life because it was like I was back in the day, because used to go to a lot of clubs. I was back in a club, and I was listening to In the Club with 50 Cent. And I thought, wow, time's full circle. This is a good way to go out of wrestling. And you can find me in that club. And we had a great time in there.
Oh, yeah.
9-year NFL vet, Darius J. Butler was
yeah.
here. That was a trip back in time in there.
Oh, yeah.
Big Mike taking care of us. We appreciate Big Mike.
Always.
I'll tell you what, I learned a lot about Big Mike post the evening that we had. But Debo, what a time in there. Saw Cameron in there.
Yeah.
Tony Yayo.
What?
Unk Murda.
What?
50, obviously. Still got it, by the way. All of them. Get Rich or Die Trying. No skips. All heaters.
Yep.
Best album of all time. Got a chance to experience it. And it was a blast.
Yeah.
I mean, we did a Vegas.
It's been a while since I've been in a nightclub.
Me too.
A traditional
They still the same, or-
nightclub. Oh,
I inhaled some smoke at one point, and I was like,
it was different.
oh, there it was. That's 21-year-old me right there.
Oh, it's actual smoke?
Yeah, fog machine. We're at another place.
Vegas still got its fastball though, but I'm glad you're an old school dude. Didn't let the little bump slow you down, man. We had a good time, great night. Obviously, rough night for you, Jelly Bubba, Randy, Cody. It was tough, man, but you powered through. We had a great night. Mania always brings it. Night 2 was awesome as well. I enjoyed it. It sucks. I saw Sam put the picture out. It's official.
Yeah.
You're out of the business.
It's a good
I
run.
said it, man.
That does suck, but I will be watching. They might have got me back in.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I was pretty intrigued by a lot of the things that I saw as well, which was fascinating because couldn't tell them. Okay?
Yeah, good.
Sure.
And they didn't want to talk to me either. I'll tell you what, I think it is a good time for me to leave the business. I think it is. I think right now is probably a good time for me to head out. I think that's probably a good decision. And I'll tell you what, there was a couple people that said some rude things. Omar, guy who runs the SportsCenter account, his name's on the SportsCenter account.
Yep.
Even though SportsCenter is a show with a lot of people, Omar runs the SportsCenter Instagram account. Yeah, that's who I was talking to right there. Had to do it. Omar's a celeb. You know, he's sitting right there.
That was awesome.
Anybody could have got it. I mean, there was a fat Cena on this side I gave it to. There's a little kid, called him the ugliest kid in the building. That was rude of me. He came back double middle fingers right to my face. There were some rude interactions out there, and I was probably the reason for them. Mm-hmm. I was saying a lot of things, okay? I was just trying to motivate my guy. That's all. People were saying really mean stuff right there. They were telling me that I needed to maybe just be evicted from society.
Oh, that's despicable.
Yeah, there was some of that. There was some of that. I'm going to let everybody know there was some of that. But on that note, it was probably my fault. Because as I was trying to motivate Randy, all I wanted him to know is that everything else was shit. And he was the king. And it turns out, the American Nightmare still got the throne.
Yeah.
That guy's a real deal, brother.
Yes, he
is.
That cutter.
Is there a warrant out for his arrest here, though? Like, if he ever comes back to Indy?
For what he did here?
Yeah.
I won't press any charges.
Okay.
That whole thing's done.
Respect.
Okay. Water under the bridge.
All behind us.
We might have to.
The wrestling business just kind of rear view mirror. Mm-hmm. And to the wrestling business, I'd like to say thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Well done. Take a bow.
Thank you, wrestling business. Thank you, wrestling business. Let's get some sports. One half of the Hammer.
Dahn.
Cowboys, AP Tone. What do we need to be looking at tonight? And what are the trends telling us about this particular playoffs that maybe will make me get a crown like I'm Cody Rhodes?
So tonight we are back on the court and the ice for both sports. NBA has 3 games tonight. There is not a spread lower than 6.5 points, I believe. So
This league sucks.
What are we doing, man?
I was told when we get to the playoffs, good game.
First round.
You know what we were told?
We did warn everybody, hey, the first round probably normally sometimes always sucks as well. This is just kind of how the league goes. But over the weekend to start the playoffs, the favorites were 6-2 straight up and 6-2 against the spread. Your losers, the Detroit Pistons and the Houston Rockets. Those were the 2 teams that didn't do what they were supposed to do. Obviously, the KD injury threw a little bit of a wrench in there. That one was basically a pick 'em at tip. So really, the Pistons were the only ones that screwed the pooch this weekend there.
No.
And then when you go to the NHL side of things,
What happened?
the Pistons were really the only favorite to screw the pooch.
The Pistons didn't show up, Pat. We got jumped right at the beginning of the game. The Magic came out, got a lead, and anytime we wanted to come back, we made it close. We had no chance, and they hit a 3. It was terrible.
Okay, so the Detroit Pistons
Are the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference, and we lost to the Orlando Magic.
What's
the
the
8th
word
seed.
people say, though? What's the word people say? It rhymes with laud, but it's not laud.
Don't say it.
I'm not saying it.
It's too early to say it.
Fraud!
No!
Fraud!
I forgot what the word was. That is what people would say in this particular situation. It's one game.
It's one game.
Why is everybody burying a team for one game? And I'm only saying that strictly because we're about to get into the NHL, and Connor's going to break down what happened. So I would like to be able to utilize this excuse in about 35, 40 seconds or so whenever we get into the NHL conversation.
Right.
But on that note, you guys were supposed to be the ones this year, like the actual, this was the year. And then all of a sudden Orlando, who was in a play-in, in 2 play-in games. Yeah. Paulo Banchero was getting run out of the building in Orlando.
Stepped up.
Now he's leading the team to beat the hell out of the number 1 seed. Are you guys done before this thing even begins? And then I read a stat, 11 straight playoff losses.
Yeah, that's a bad stat. People are saying that the Magic actually lost in the play-in game on purpose, so they didn't have to play the Celtics so they could play us. I don't like that one bit, but I will say this. Cade Cunningham showed up, 39 points. No one else on the team showed up. Tobias Harris had 17. Every other player had single digits. Jalen Duren, he's like our all-pro center. He needs to step it up here. And other than that, like anytime we had a little bit of momentum where we might come back, they would just hit a 3 and they out-physicaled us. Detroit teams cannot get out-physicaled, so that was the story of the game.
Okay. Well, hey, number 1 seed will lose every once in a while.
Yep.
You guys will get back in there?
We'll get back in there. I'm not one bit worried.
Wire L to a play-in team.
We're a young team. That's what happens.
Oh, because normally 1 seed wouldn't be a young team. You know, normally they'd be pretty comfortable with the moment. Now you guys get in a big dance, and all of a sudden your dancing shoes are disappearing.
Amen.
That's not good.
Not good at all.
I don't like
people
that at
also-
all. I heard Cade. Is Cade playing?
Cade, 39
Showed
points.
up.
He was
He
the
played-
only
he
one
played-
He was
who
awesome.
showed up.
They're
Oh,
fraud.
shit, I love Cade.
Yeah.
So you guys stink as a team. What's
They
good?
blow.
Cade went for 39?
Cade went for 39, Tobias 17, everyone else single digits. The other guys need to step up. Jalen Duren, our center, got out-physicaled last night. That can't happen.
Oh, no.
He will bounce back. I trust these
Wow.
guys. I trust the coach. They'll be okay.
I like the way you said out physical instead of what you wanted to say. You know what I think everybody else was saying?
Yeah.
I don't like that because just remember that all these guys, okay, people need to remember this on the internet and at WrestleMania maybe if they're sitting in the front row. All these guys could snatch you by your necks.
Yeah, seriously.
and lift you up like a movie and do one of these if they wanted to.
Yep.
We got to remember that.
But they're not here right now.
No, they're not.
And he stunk.
And people are saying that the Detroit Pistons are a bunch of frauds. I didn't want to say it. You guys wanted to say it again.
I'm not saying
They
it.
wanted to say it.
I didn't know
say
what we
it.
were going to say, so I just.
You yelled into the mic there?
You can say it.
Okay, NHL playoffs obviously happened this weekend. 4-3 straight up were the favorites. Conman, I heard the NHL playoffs were electrifying while we were doing WrestleMania.
Yeah, fantastic. You mentioned it, Kane Senators. It started with a throwdown fight. It was the first game to kick off the entire playoffs, and it was wonderful. Brady Tkachuk, Jordan Stahl, basically just throwing bombs. This is what hockey's all about. We talk about the moments that playoffs have. This is going to be one of them when we look back on it once this thing is said and done. Like, hey, yep, someone's hoisting the cup. How did this thing start? Boom, with fists flying. After this, it was pretty much a tame game. Simple, 2-0 beatdown. Logan Stankoven do the stanky leg. He scored the first goal, and that was all she wrote in that one. The next game, unfortunately for you, was Flyers Pens. Flyers Pens, I mean, hey, it was a good game. It's a rivalry game. This thing's going 7 no matter what, so I wouldn't be too upset. But, yeah, third period, 1-1 game, and Flyers just kind of ran away. They scored 2 goals. Rusty actually put one in before it was all said and done for the Pens, but that one right there was kind of your game winner. Flyers march into Pittsburgh, and you are, unfortunately, one game closer to possibly wearing a suit with that bet with the
Governor.
no.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people talking about stats about if you win the first one of a 7-game series, what's the likelihood
this
of
year.
you winning the entire thing. Just look at the Flyers' likeliness to win the cup. And then let's look at those stats, and then let's look at Sidney Crosby's stats in that entire tonight, game 2 in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Sidney Crosby and the boys will attempt to get back into a series. You go 0-2 into Philly.
Ooh, don't want that.
You're dead.
That's not happening.
If that happens, you're done.
It's not happening.
Hey, what team Sidney Crosby on?
Not the team that would ever go 0-2 into Philly.
Bingo.
I hope not.
Let's pivot away from even thinking about that.
Are people calling you guys?
No.
They're not
Fraud.
No, Roxy,
Whoa.
you pig.
That's what people are
No.
saying.
No, let's get away from all of it. Let's go to the NFL, please. Can we go to the NFL?
Hell yeah.
Please, can we go to the NFL? Massive things happen this weekend. Huge trade. Dexter Lawrence leaves the Giants and heads to the Cincinnati Bengals.
What?
Joining us now is a man who might tell us how the hell that all went down. Senior NFL insider for ESPN, Adam Schefter.
Yeah,
Shefty.
Shefty, C2 through C5. I'm getting the scans back in the morning. You can tweet it. You're welcome. Now, let's talk a little bit about the NFL. Dexter Lawrence is a member of the Cincinnati Bengals. I had no idea that the Bengals did this. I had no idea that they would trade the number 10 overall pick. I had no idea that they'd work an extension for $28 million. He'd be up. He's through 2028 with the Bengals now with an outsider. How'd this come together? This is a gigantic move, I think, for the team in Cincy.
Well, what I would say here, Pat, is that it had been brewing for a couple of weeks, and the Giants and Bengals had been talking really for the last week, and the Bengals were willing to offer the 10th overall pick in this draft. The Giants wanted more. They went back and forth, and I think it became apparent to the Giants that they weren't going to get more than the 10th overall pick, and ultimately they felt like it was in their best interest to go ahead and make that deal. They pulled the trigger on that deal on Saturday night. They get back the 10th overall pick. And this really, to me, is interesting on so many levels because now the Giants have 2 of the top 10 picks in this draft. The 2 New York teams have 25% of the top 16 picks in this draft. And the Giants here are going to be able to get 2 real difference makers for John Harbaugh in his first year as the head coach. From the Bengals standpoint, massive season ahead for Cincinnati. Huge year for Joe Burrow. And the Bengals know that they have to win for Joe Burrow, and they have to win now. So they figure that the player that gives them the best chance to have the best season this upcoming season, a critical year, is not any player they could take at 10, but rather Dexter Lawrence. And obviously they've gone through the mocks to project who they might or might not get. It's not a deep draft at the defensive tackle position to begin with. And so the Bengals figure that this is their best way to use that pick, and they make the trade. First time in franchise history that they've ever traded a top 10 pick for a player which obviously is enormous.
I love that. Shout out to Cincinnati trying to work on something that they have a fundamental issue with, which is defense as well. Obviously, whenever they pay T and Jamar and they have Joey, everybody's like, yeah, we get it. You're going to be able to score points. Will you ever be able to win an NFL game when it matters, though, if you don't have a defense? They obviously make some moves. Interesting with Trey Hendrickson's situation over the last couple of years. He's on the way out. Dexter Lawrence, obviously, interior defensive lineman. Hembo sent over a stat. Bengals D tackles ranks since 2021. In sacks, 41.5. That's 28th in the NFL. 53 tackles for loss, that's 29th. 249 pressures, that's 28th. That's all since Geno Atkins retired. So in the middle of that D-line, they have had a lot of problems. And obviously Jonathan Allen comes in and also Sexy Dexy. They're trying to fix that thing immediately. And in the AFC North, if you got a good front, you can win. You have to have a good front to win. So I like that they're investing there. Congrats to them. Let's talk about a front. Trent Williams gets a 2-year, $50 million deal. Is that what I heard? 2-year, 100? What is the 2-year, $50 million extension? They were not going to let him out of the building, we would assume. And the San Francisco 49ers always having to make things happen for their players.
Now, this deal had been at the finish line for about 2 weeks now. And within the 49ers building, they thought every day was the day it was getting done. And today, the agent obviously announced that it was done. But they've been at this spot going over some language here for about 2 weeks. There was never a doubt that this deal wasn't getting done. The 49ers obviously have put a huge priority on Trent Williams. You see what he's accomplished. You see what the team has done this offseason in terms of adding Mike Evans and Christian Kirk and bringing back Drake Greenlaw. And now, obviously, retaining Trent Williams on a 2-year deal that includes $37 million guaranteed. This was obviously a huge move ahead of the draft on Thursday night. The 49ers are sitting there in the first round later on. We'll see whether or not they stay there. They may not. But it's a situation where now, if you draft an offensive tackle, you don't have to rush him along. You've got Trent Williams. And the feeling in the organization had been, look, we want this guy. This deal is going to get done. And the agent announced that it was done this morning.
Trent Williams, obviously a monster. Fantastic football player. First ballot Hall of Famer, we think.
Yep.
Yeah.
We think. We don't know what a first ballot Hall of Famer looks like anymore for professional football, but we think he would definitely be a first ballot Hall of Famer if all the voters are doing their thing. So fast, so nimble, so experienced. Now, can the Niners win a Super Bowl out there? Can they do it? They've had to deal with all the issues of a team that has won the Super Bowl. All their star players go from not making all the money to making all the money. They've had to gone through different iterations. They obviously find their quarterback. They've had to pay the quarterback a lot of money. It's fascinating the kind of story this Niners team has been on. Now they need to win a Super Bowl. I'm excited to see if they can stay healthy and do that. Let's continue the trade conversation and business conversation of the NFL before we move to the draft. Go ahead, Con Man.
Yeah, Shefty, big news out of you this morning. A.J. Brown is now likely to be traded to New England. I know a lot of people thought that might happen, then didn't think it would happen, but you putting this tweet out was huge news just for people to really believe it now. What is kind of this status? Is this just something that, both teams are in agreement? June 1st will come, he'll get traded, and what do you see kind of the compensation will it be a first-round pick? Will it be, a second and a third? What is kind of the next steps here for A.J. Brown to be a New England Patriot?
Well, there is no agreement on the deal right now, but I think that both sides expect that eventually, once they talk closer to the deadline, that they will be able to work out an agreement. New England wants him. Philly is open to trading him. And I think in the end, he will get traded. My guess is it'll involve a future one at some point in time. I don't know that it'll be 27 or 28. The two sides still have to figure that out and see where they wind up. But I think the Eagles had been looking for a first-round pick, at least, for A.J. Brown. And I think they felt like they could get it and still feel like they can get it in the end. So my guess is that trade will include a first-round pick in the end when the two sides wind up agreeing to whatever deal they come up with. There's not another team out there that I can see other than New England where A.J. Brown's going to wind up. And the news this week would be that they're not going to be doing this deal before or during the draft, because obviously, as we've talked about, the cap ramifications are such that New England would have to take on too much money to trade A.J. Brown before June 1st. So they're going to wait till June 1st.
Hold on, Shefty. Do I have Mandela effect here? Haven't we just post June 1 designated things a lot? in the history of the NFL? Why does this one seem so like, hey, gotta wait till it's summer? Like, legitimately, why? Because haven't we done this in the past where we've just said, hey, this is this, and we're doing it June 1st or June 2nd?
That's for a player being released. You can't designate a trade as a June 1st trade. And so there's a big difference there. And obviously, like, it'll involve picks, but I'm not expecting that trade clearly to involve picks in this draft. It's not like New England's going to be picking for Philadelphia. They don't have the agreement in place yet. So they'll come to an agreement at some point here, right around June 1st. And at that point in time, A.J. Brown will be allowed to go to New England. But the rules of releasing a player don't work the same way that they do with trading a player.
Got it. Okay, so thank you for the clarification there. And I like the fact that they're all just like, hey, late May. We'll figure this out. Yeah. AJ, just hang tight. Okay, we got to do this. The way this entire thing is, we got to wait till May. Draft, obviously gigantic. There's been some big conversations about things should be designated before the draft even begins, especially in the host city. Diggs has a question for you, Shefty.
Yeah, I do, Shefty. Reports coming out today that looks like the Steelers are not going to hear from Aaron Rodgers about whether he wants to play next year and not before the draft.
Who said that?
I believe I saw Pelissero report.
Pelissero and Rappaport, which is Schefter's peer. We've been seeing you sharing each other's shit, by the way, you guys.
So, and it felt like we were going to get an answer before the draft, or at least that's what the rumors were, and they're talking every day. And now Will Howard's going to be QB1 during OTAs. What's the latest on Mr. Rodgers?
Well, it's exactly what we've talked about, where they essentially said that they thought initially it would be about a 30-day window before they got an answer from Aaron Rodgers. That 30-day window came and went. Then they were hoping that they would get an answer before free agency. That obviously came and went. Then they were hoping to get an answer before the draft, and obviously that feels like now it's going to come and go without an answer from Aaron Rodgers. And obviously the question will linger out there.
Who's agreeing to these deadlines, though? Is this just them publicly saying, 30 days?
Yeah. No,
are they talking to Aaron about, like, where do we know where the whole thing is? Like, how has this become our expectation? Because we, as people who have dealt with Aaron Rodgers, okay, not as much as maybe some folks who are with him every single day, if they're a team and everything like that, but we have obviously been. Does Aaron know? Like, whenever they come out and say, hey, this is a 30-day thing, was he informed of that? Or because there's a chance he's literally off the grid somewhere and has no idea that. Now, I'm not saying that's the actuality, but I'm just saying this dude is not like the others. Okay, this guy, and people are like, no, he's not, blah, blah, blah. It's like, there's a reason he's allowed to be the way he is, though, is because of how damn good he is at football and has been. You ask any player or any coach, they say Aaron Rodgers is that guy. Now, on that note, does Aaron know the Steelers want him as quarterback? Has that, like, how?
Is he looking at a contract every day?
Yeah, how much do we know? Like, what do we know about that entire stuff, Shefty? Do you know anything?
Well, yeah, here's what I do know. I know that some people had suggested that, well, maybe it's not done because money is an issue. And I just was told that money's not an issue here. The contract's not the holdup. It's just Aaron taking time and doing what he does and operating on his own time schedule, whatever that is. When he feels like he's ready to give an answer for whatever reason, I think there's probably, like, again, I think it's always dangerous to speak for him. I don't want to do that, but this is going to linger for a little bit, it seems like.
Okay, so contract you said there. So that's already the business. What's that?
Contract's not an issue.
So the business has already been figured out between the Steelers and Aaron?
I don't know if it's been figured out, but I was told the contract won't be an issue.
Fascinating, because Aaron, whenever he was on with us, we haven't heard anything from Aaron's camp, right? Has anybody heard anything from Aaron?
No.
Since the time he was on with us? He said, I don't have, like, a contract offer. Right? Isn't that how he explained it?
Correct, yeah. He said he hasn't received any sort of contract offer yet.
When was that? That was in...
a month ago.
About a month ago.
Post-Olympics, yeah.
So I wonder if has that changed, do we know? Do we know if that's changed? Because...
in asking around, I was told could this be contractual related, and I was told no, that's not the case at all.
I'll tell you what, we've been down this road a couple times before. Until it comes.
Yeah, the 30-day thing's laughable. Someone who said, "Okay, we need your answer in 30 days," like, what are we doing? You know that's not happening. Okay, so
the draft, though, I think is a reasonable expectation.
I agree.
Like, I think the draft is a reasonable expectation, especially with 12 picks and this is a new era, but still trying to go for it era. It's like, I think that's a reasonable expectation. I just wonder behind the scenes, because what we've heard from Aaron is that we don't even have like a thing, is what he said a month ago or whatever. If he hasn't said anything or hasn't come out publicly from them, we're going to not assume anything.
Smart.
Right.
Okay, we are not going to assume anything.
Can't.
Because he will get his messaging out.
Certainly.
We know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we definitely, and you know that. Yeah, you know that more than anybody. So I think the draft is reasonable. But also, there's a lot of things that have to go into that, I guess, that decision to be made. Good luck out there, Steelers
Just
fans.
pick one.
Good luck out there, Steelers fans. That's kind of what it is. Let's continue to talk about the draft, which is going to be spectacular this Thursday night, round one. Obviously on ABC, ESPN, NFL Network. We'll be live. YouTube, ESPN Plus, Disney Plus, TikTok, and anywhere else that we missed. X Live, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll be all over there. We cannot wait. Coach Cower will be joining us. AQ Shipley will be joining us whenever the big guys get drafted, which could be a thing. But obviously there's some big names that are starting to cook up for this particular draft. And rumors always this time of year are interesting. Go ahead, D-Bud.
Absolutely. A quarterback who will definitely be in Pittsburgh, Ty Simpson. I just want to know your thoughts on him. And does that mean he's basically confirmed to be a first rounder? And then wide receiver Jordan Tyson. Heard he had a great pro day. Is he pretty much locked in to be the top receiver off the board based on what you're hearing?
I don't know if he's going to be the top receiver, but he's going to be a top pick. Him and Carnell Tate, I think, will probably be the first two wide receivers selected. I would think that both have a realistic chance to go within the top 10, 12 picks of the draft. Both will be off the board pretty quickly here. Those two guys, Tate and Tyson. You see the moves that Tyson made on Friday. The Giants spent a lot of time with him. It certainly feels like the Giants have a high level of interest in Jordan Tyson, attending his workout and having dinner with him and doing all those things, all the legwork on Jordan Tyson. Tate obviously is still going to be a very high pick. Those would be the top two receivers. What was the initial question, Deep?
Ty Simpson.
Ty Simpson. Hey, on that note, just to wrap up your last thought about the wide receivers, Tate is currently minus 200 to be the first wide receiver taken on Thursday night on DraftKings currently. So
Yes, that'd be my guess that he would go. But I think there's enough Tyson love that it wouldn't shock me if Tyson went. But if I had a bet today, I would say I feel better about Tate going ahead of Tyson. But by the way, the Giants can go Tyson at 5. They could do that. They could do that.
it's all fluid, it sounds like, with this particular draft. And on that note, Ty Simpson now, Schefter.
Yeah. So Ty Simpson, I think there are two teams that stand. You see that the odds makers are right here. The Cardinals and Jets are the two teams. Now the Rams, if the Rams had pick 29, which they traded to the Chiefs for Trent McDuffie, the Rams would have given him serious consideration right then and there at 29. And I'm not going to say that they still couldn't take him at 13. My guess would be no, but you don't know how the board's going to fall. And so to me, the odds come back to the Cardinals and the Jets. Now, the Jets have the first pick in the second round on Friday night. Pick 33. The Cardinals are 34. And you know what's fascinating about that is that if we go back to the last week of the season, the Raiders kicker Daniel Carlson made a 60-yard field goal against the Chiefs at Allegiant Stadium, career-long 60-yard field goal that gave the Raiders the win, that knocked them out of the top slot at the other rounds of the draft. They kept the first overall pick, but they would have had the first pick on Friday night, and because of that kick, now they don't. The Jets do. So the Jets are in position to go get Ty Simpson if he's there. I think the Cardinals absolutely could come up the board, and the Cardinals are listening, or at least taking calls on pick number 3. So I think those calls are expected to pick up this week. We'll see whether Arizona stays at 3 or whether they move out. What's the matter, Pat? Your neck bothering you, or something I said bothering you?
Well, if you get my scans before I do, which I know you've done before, okay?
Yep.
Let me know, okay? Because I would like to get rid of this. But
I got him. I've learned my lesson there. I got him, okay?
Hey, we all have our trials and tribulations publicly, okay? We all have that. But on that note, you just kind of blew my mind there, which did kind of whiplash my neck, which is obviously C2, C5 kind of thing happening because, remember, Crossroads commentator table, 80-yard sprint, RKO. You said the Raiders don't have the first pick in the second round. What? So... What? How is that? So how do they get number 1 overall? I thought that was a big deal.
It was done on strength of schedule. So they had the best strength of schedule, or the worst, whichever way you want to look at it. They got the number 1 pick. Now, the Raiders, Jets, Cardinals, and Titans all had the same record. So they rotate it because they're on strength of schedule. So the Jets pick top of round 2. The Cardinals picked top of round 3. Titans picked top of round 4. The Raiders, I believe, traded the pick at the top of round 5. And it goes like that, rotating. If Carlson had missed that field goal,
Worst
the
record.
Raiders would have topping in every round.
Okay. Holy shit.
Never
I feel like
knew
I'm
that.
learning a lot of things right now. The post-June 1 designation, I thought to myself as he was explaining that, idiot. We talk about this every offseason. That's what I was thinking. Now you're talking about this, I'm idiot. We do a draft spectacular where all we do is commit all of our time towards the draft. For some reason, it is one of our biggest shows every year. And we are very grateful to everybody that watches. We should have known that.
We were in the draft.
Oh, by the way, ESPN. I'm making, or maybe it's the NFL. Who made the graphic? Who made
I think it was Shefty, wasn't it? Or I don't know if he made it, but he was the one that tweeted it.
Somebody announced, when they announced that I'm doing second round and third round picks for the Colts on Friday night or whatever, I'm back, excited to do it, honored to be a part of it. They put Pat McAfee undrafted. It's like,
you kidding me?
Can't be doing that.
guys, pick 222.
Got the card.
You know
Hall
what
of
you're going to
Fame.
say, Pat? Pat, do you have an idea of what you're going to say when you get up there, or are you just going to wing it
When?
on Friday night?
Friday night, brother. We got an event on Wednesday. We got this show
Yeah, but
here.
you
We
had that-
got a fucking first round.
You had that
draft
typed
spectacular
out
on
like
Thursday.
3 months.
You're
Still
not
waiting
thinking
for his
something-
scans, Chef.
Yeah, I don't even know if I
Jeez.
C2 or C5.
Pens Flyers tonight.
Yeah, we got
Jeff.
Pens Flyers game 2
Yeah,
tonight.
say
What are
the
you
player's
talking about,
name.
Shefty? But yes, I have an idea of what I'm going to say because I don't know if you saw this. I'd like you to be a little bit more efficient on your reporting on the Indianapolis Colts happenings. Do you have the video of Daniel Jones arriving at the facility today on the Colts Twitter, I do believe, is what it was? You should see this guy's gait. Oh, we're peacocking in there.
Okay.
And after what I just saw Tatum do and what we know Daniel
Yep,
Jones was
well
able to
said.
do with his ACL, I mean, yeah. I'm thinking the broken leg on one side, torn Achilles on the other is just fine. Okay, I'm thinking we're going to be A-okay at the quarterback position. Look at that walk. Look at that walk. Shefty, look at that walk.
My
Looks
quarterback.
good.
Uh-huh. You know
April
what?
20.
You know what doesn't look good? For April 20th.
What?
Agreed, 420. Happy 420 to you, Shefty, you little stoner. I hope you have an incredible day today. Alec Pierce, he's out.
What?
Wait, what?
Sorry, what?
Yeah,
What
that Came
happened?
through the
Did he just
wire.
get $100 million?
What do you mean out?
He got the biggest in the history.
And he's done already?
Well, Alec Pierce signed a 4-year, $114 million contract this offseason underwent an ankle procedure that was sidelined him for roughly 3 months.
That's a long time.
3 months?
Where are we on that one, Shefty?
Hey, he was your guest at the top of the show. How did you miss it?
Where were you on this one, Shefty? Huh?
Why didn't you ask him about it? Why didn't you ask him about it?
I didn't know I was supposed to ask about anything. I thought we were A-okay. We just got $114 fucking million.
Yeah.
Pat, he opened the free agent extravaganza
Yeah.
on the Pat McAfee Show.
The free agency
Oh,
frenzy.
no.
Listen, spectacular is draft. Free agency's a frenzy. And this is chaotic to think about that. Alec Pierce just had a big 3 months he's at.
12 weeks.
What are we doing? Come on.
Anything else about the Colts that we need to know? Anything else?
That's a long time.
Yep, Anthony Richardson's not there today. Kenny Moore's not there today. Both players have officially requested trades.
Colts are so dead, man.
Anthony Richardson, good luck out there. We think if you find your full potential somewhere, we will be happy. I was a believer towards the end. I had, because his upside is crazy. Good luck. Seemingly very unlucky. Kenny Moore leaving. Don't love that.
I love that.
Don't love Kenny Moore leaving at all. This dude's an incredible football player. He showed up. Now, granted, I think there was some injuries maybe,
Yeah, a little banged up. He played.
but he hits.
Yep.
I mean, he's in the middle of it.
Shows
There's
up.
going to be a little bit of that. I think everybody understands that.
Physicality.
He's a great player. Zaire, okay, he gets traded to Green Bay.
Yep.
He made, 1/3 of our tackles?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think he was in on every single
Yeah.
tackle.
Yeah.
Okay, he and I obviously had a happenstance that took place, but he was fucking every single tackle.
Great player.
Felt like he was in there everywhere.
Yep.
Pittman.
Yep. Pittman and
Michael
Pittsburgh.
Pittman is, we love
Don't forget
Pittman.
about Pittman.
So we're going through a team transition as if we were like the Niners or
Yes.
Yeah,
Patriots.
at least you got a new GM, new coach.
You're sounding negative right now,
Well,
Pat. Go
No,
back to
Pat.
Daniel Jones. Walking
in.
looking
Walking
cool.
in.
We'll be in a good spot. All right.
Let's hope that for Friday, too. Can we get you announcing a guy with the name Dan Jones or John Smith, and maybe they give you the correct phonetic spelling?
Yeah, the Okariki thing really came back to get me in a bad way. His name's Okereke.
Yeah, but what they tell you?
Okariki.
Yeah.
Spelled it out there for me. I'm excited to get back there. Side stage. Last time I did the draft pick, Roger Goodell looked at me and said, "This is what you're wearing?" That's right, bro.
You got Rodgers.
Wait till he sees the neck brace on Friday.
Yeah. We hope not. We hope there's no actual.
willing.
Yeah. Okay, let's
How
talk.
long is the brace staying on?
Huh?
How long is the brace staying on?
I mean, if he's got a broken
Scan.
neck,
Get my scans back tomorrow.
Wait for the
18 months.
scans, man.
Get my scans back tomorrow morning. I should know C2, C5. C2, C5 is where they're looking.
Most important one.
Got a closer eye on C2 through C5. I told him I felt pretty good because whenever, when Cameron came up there and the whole place started vibing, Unc Berta was doing a full bang. Tony Yayo, bucket cap on, looked so cool. And 50 Cent just straps in. It was hard not to start bopping a little bit. There's a lot of this going on. Because bang! When jelly rolls you, your body loses hope.
I don't think I've seen a table explode like that.
Yeah, I literally got shards of wood all over my entire body. It was a long weekend. Okay, last question here about the draft. Hopefully, though, you won't see this after I get scans back tomorrow. But once again, if you get the scans early, I would like to sign a thing that says you can break the HIPAA law.
Okay.
Ty has last question for you about the draft.
Shefty, Brett Veach said that he expects a lot of trades to happen on Thursday night, so he was excited for fans. But from what information is out there, it seems like most of the teams we hear from are interested in trading back. Where do you think this is going to end up? Like, do you think we're going to see more trades than normal or, kind of right on line with what we've had the last couple of years?
Yeah, I think that when you look at the last 2 years, there were 5 trades on draft night in each of the past 2 years. We might get the same number this year. I'm not looking for any earth-shattering moves. I'm looking for some moves where teams maybe jump up a few spots. We'll see how it goes. Like, sometimes a player may fall into a spot like one of the 2 pass rushers could slide depending on how the draft goes to number 5 or 6. So is there a team out there that's willing to jump up there and offer enough to make it happen for one of the pass rushers? Is one of the teams willing to go back? I think there's always I think we may get a team jumping up for Ty Simpson in the back of round 1, the way that the Giants went up last year to 25 for Jackson Dart. That could happen. But I'm not looking for more than the 5 that we got the last 2 years. I think that would be surprising, but it's a strange draft in that regard.
Okay, I can't wait to see it. We've gotten a lot of different reports from different sources from around the league on how they view kind of who's where. And it feels like it is a real crapshoot coming on Thursday night after about 12-13. Like, it feels like there's a real crapshoot. So if one team likes somebody very much and they're falling, you could see a move up. At the tail end of something, you might see some teams that like a lot of guys, and they're like, all right, we'll get out of here. We don't need to be spending a first round on any of this type of stuff. Let's go to the second round. I think there is going to be some action late. I think that from my understanding, from our conversations around the league, I think there's going to be some action late, and I think it's not going to be devastating. Like, it's not going to be like a gigantic move, but it's going to be a lot of repositioning. I think there's a chance. That's
what we're saying. There are a lot of teams. There are a lot of teams that want to move back. There are not as many teams right now that want to move up, but the draft hasn't started, and there's certain guys that haven't fallen into a certain spot to make those teams want to come up yet in advance. But that could very well happen Thursday.
All right, we appreciate the hell out of you, brother. You're the man, ladies and gentlemen. That's Adam Schefter.
Yeah, Shefty.
I think I think the tail end of that thing is going to be some action.
Oh, yeah.
From our conversations. Okay, this is me trying to do some journalism as we will guide a 5-hour show.
Well,
maybe shorter, we'll see. But I think there's going to be a lot of moves, so I think that's going to
reset the clock.
It always kind of moves a little bit.
And I think a lot of it is like position based. Like, there's 7 offensive tackles who are supposed to be the best 7 of the draft before that drops off. If those 7 are starting to go in the teens to early 20s, then if the team in the later half wants to come up, they're going to have to do that because it falls off until guys are going to be taken like in the 3rd round.
Ratings are going to be outrageous for this. We're so incredibly lucky that we're a part of it. A man who was part of the mastermind of creating it all. Former number 2 at the NFL. I believe the actual title was Chief Media and Business Officer. Okay, so that's CMO and CBO, I do believe, for the NFL. Was there for over 20 years. Absolute stallion of a suit.
Oh, yeah.
Like an actual absolute stallion of a suit. Now he's the CEO of the PGA Tour. Ladies and gentlemen, Brian Roloff.
Yeah.
Hey.
How are you, Pat? Good to see you.
Great to see you as well. Some would say you're a super suit, and I would say that the PGA Tour made the right no suit on. Yeah, no suit on. I understand. Yeah, it's casual. Got to do it. We're in the middle of the season right now. We got 22 more events. Okay, we got another major coming May 14th with the PGA Championship. Obviously, you're in work mode right now, but I think the PGA made the right decision. We would like to let you know that from the NFL. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem.
Feels good.
Okay, so whenever you go over there, obviously everybody assumes that your experience from the NFL will help the PGA kind of grow and blossom. Masters numbers up and to the right. We assume golf will continue to be that way, especially with the news that's happening abroad. We'll dive into that. But what do you think you bring from the NFL in the growth that you oversaw and saw happen with that league from a broadcast standpoint that you can take to the PGA? Like, how much have you been relying on your information from the NFL?
Well, a lot. Golf is not football. Like, professional golf is not professional football. But I will tell you, there are things I learned at the NFL and helped do at the NFL that I think can make professional golf better, which is why I took the job. One thing we were just adamant about at the NFL is never sitting still and innovating. And then second, make sure the product is really good. What you watch on a Sunday, make sure it's competitively good, make sure the rules are right. Don't be afraid to change rules to make it better. And I think that's what we're doing here. I think, we're spending most of our time with a group of players and some outside people trying to figure out how we make the PGA Tour product better. And we've got a lot of work to do, but I think come this June, we're going to unveil quite a bit. And I think it's going to make not only golf fans happy, but it's going to make sports fans happy because this sport is growing like crazy. And we just want them to connect a little bit more with the PGA Tour.
Yeah, golf is a phenomenal sport. I did not play it as a child that much, but obviously I've gotten into it as I grow older. It's the perfect thing to have on the TV during the weekend, especially now with a daughter. I think people love the sport, obviously a lot of business and everything like that. There's a lot of people worried about the sport, okay, for whenever Liv came into the scene. There was a lot of worry about what the future was. Not golf purist. I wish I was. That'd be great. I'd probably be a much better golfer if I was a golf purist. But I'm just kind of outside looking in. We all learned a lot about the PGA, I think, and how it operated. Then we watched the Super Duper Swing show on Netflix.
Full swing.
And it's like the schedule these guys have is insane. And then there's no guaranteed money. I think there was a lot of things that we kind of learned about the PGA Tour through the Live. But a lot of people thought it was going to divide golf. Now, golf has obviously survived. PGA Tour has obviously thrived. And the future conversations about Live are what they are right now, very, very loudly. How do you feel about how PGA has evolved since Live started? And what is kind of the vision for you as you go forward with whatever happens with the competition, if that makes sense?
Yeah, no, it makes sense. Look, I think Live did what the AFL did for the NFL years ago. Maybe what the USFL did for the NFL years ago is basically competition can make it better. And I think whenever you get competition, you end up figuring out what you do well, what you don't do well. And I think that's what Liv did, was expose some things that maybe the PGA Tour could do better, how we can make it better for fans, how we can make it better for professional golfers, how we can make it better for our television partners. And that's a good thing. And I think the changes that the tour has made before I got here, the changes we're doing now, I think shows that when you do those things, fans go to where the best product is and where the best golfers are and where the best athletes are. And I think that's really, really important. So in a lot of ways, I think Liv did the professional golf world a favor in a lot of ways. And so, but again, I spend most of my time now thinking about the PGA Tour and how we do these things better. And so I think the future is really bright for us, and I think it's bright for professional golf.
I think the PGA Tour got to showcase how much better it is, too. Through this.
Yeah.
We learned a lot about the PGA Tour, but then we also learned about a lot of the things the PGA Tour has done very well over as we turn over and look at something with a money putt happening with DJ Khaled in the back screaming, which I love. We the best as somebody's trying to win a tournament. There was like some things obviously flawed, but I think it was a showcase of what the PGA Tour was. Now, a lot of the boys on the PGA Tour roster took a lot of pride in the fact that they've represented the PGA Tour. You're about to go through a process here where I assume the PGA Tour is only going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. How is your relationship with the golfers? I know that you said you have a lot of meetings with them as you're trying to evolve the sport, but what is your relationship like with the golfers, and how is it supposed to be, you think?
Well, it's pretty good. You mentioned first thing when I got the job, and something that maybe some people thought was crazy, but I thought it was a good idea, was I was going to meet with as many of the PGA Tour members as I can. And I think I'm up to 85 or something like that. And And these aren't short meetings. I've spent anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half with them. And I've learned a ton, but I think they're smart. They're driven. They know what they want. And I've learned a lot talking to them. They've given me a lot of good advice. So I think that's really important. But also, I think it's important to remember the PGA Tour is different than most professional sports. When LIV came along and the PGA Tour started doing some things differently, one thing they did was essentially create a situation in a league where the players actually own part of the tour. So if you think about it, my shareholders, the people that I think most about, are actually the players. That's not the same in other sports. Where I came from, it was owners and players, management and labor. It was a collective bargaining agreement. It was much different. It's a different feel here when members of the board and the people are the shareholders and they're players. So when you have that relationship with them, I think it's really different and unique, but also something pretty powerful where I like to think we're really aligned with where they want to go.
Yeah, I would think so too. And I think the players, obviously, they see your resume, they hear about what you've been able to accomplish. They probably have a lot of respect and trust in what your vision is going to be, especially if you're keeping them in the loop. And what happened with the last guy that was in your seat, that was all very public.
Yeah, mutiny.
That was all very, 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 very public. Let's talk about one of the guys in your locker room that's obviously incredibly important to the game and to our lives, I do believe. Go ahead, Tone.
Yeah, Brian, I had a question because when I was watching yesterday, it's like, this is so awesome that Scotty and Matt Fitzpatrick, were in the playoff. And it feels like Scotty is in the top 5, and it's not feels like. He's in top 5 every single week. How important is that for the tour to have your stars and Scotty be in the top 5, top 10 every single week in contention?
Well, I think it helps. I think it's a lot. But, Pat, you asked me about what I learned from my old job. So here's the thing about the NFL. I think, and I'll get to your question in a minute, the NFL works because when the Cowboys are on television, you'll watch. Or when the Steelers are on television, you'll watch. Or the Giants, because they're from a big market. But why it really works is when the Bengals are good, you'll watch. Or the Lions are good, you'll watch. And so in golf, even right up to this LIV thing, there was this perception that, hey, a tournament is only good if a couple of top guys are playing or the couple of guys on the leaderboard on Sunday, when the reality is, outside of the NFL, I can't find another professional sport where the competitive parity is so tight. So meaning that the difference between the number 5th ranked golfer in the world and the 50th is nothing. It's razor thin. It's a stroke over 4 days. And so I think when you see Scotty being at the top of the leaderboard, it's great. And the fact that he is top of the leaderboard almost every week is an amazing athletic accomplishment. It's really, really hard to do. But I also think what you're seeing is this tour is full of a lot of really good athletes and golfers and compelling, and we need to do a better job exposing it. But you saw that out on Sunday, right? You saw Scotty do what Scotty does, which is make a weekend run. But you saw Matt, what he did, and he consistently got there and won the tournament. And by the way, it was by a stroke in a playoff. And so I think on any given Sunday, that old expression, I think it applies to the PGA Tour more than almost any other sport.
Oh, so you took that from the NFL. Okay, got it. That's what you took. That's what you took. I respect.
There you go.
Yeah, patent it, trademark it. Tell commish you beat them to it, but it is real. That's like Cam Young comes into the scene, goes crazy. Yep. Gary Woodland, he eagled on 18 or whatever from 200 yards. There's just like spectacular things happening all around your tour. Now, the last question for you, and we appreciate you so much for your time. I think it's a very important one because the PGA Tour has always been the best battling against the best, and everybody thought that was what's going to happen, when everybody split and divide. But now you're in the middle of having to figure that whole thing out. D-Bud has the last question for you here, bro.
Yeah, we talked about some of the rumors with the other tours, and now with Big Game Brooks coming back to PGA Tour, we saw some of the stipulations, I guess, with his deal. Is there like a defined path for players to come back to the PGA Tour, and is it kind of, I guess, situations are situational with a player-by-player situation, or how is it?
Yeah, I think we're thinking about it. Listen, we're reading all the same headlines you're reading. We don't know what's going on over there. We don't know. We know those guys are under contract. We'll respect that. Brooks came back onto the tour because he made a phone call and said, look, I'm out of my contract. I'm ready to come back. So we're thinking about it. We'll react when we have an opportunity to react. But right now we're focused on making the PGA Tour better. But listen, I've said it publicly and I'll say it again. I'm interested in whatever makes the PGA Tour better. That's what my job is. That's what I'm interested in doing. And that has no limit. So that's how I'll focus on it.
I appreciate the hell out of what you did for the NFL. I appreciate what you did for us. Okay, Brian knows that I could certainly tell people what a lot of people think. I actually will say it, which causes situations, I would say. Brian, you've always been very patient with me and us and very giving for us. So we are very, very grateful for you, appreciative of you. Good luck out there. We can't wait to continue to watch. And I'm excited to see the up and to the right, the roll-up effect of the PGA Tour and the incredible sport that you guys have.
Well, Pat, we need to get you guys out and experience a little bit of that. So, you guys should come to the Players Championship next year. Whatever you want, we'll get you there. We'll give you a nice setup. You guys should come and have fun.
You're a good man, Brian. We'll see. We will definitely want to come. We also don't want to ruin any of these things. I was at Augusta. I watched the Masters last. We don't need to be anywhere near it. Okay, I don't need to be anywhere near that type of situation, but we will certainly evaluate everything else, and we'd be honored. So we're very appreciative.
All right, we'll see you then.
How's your game?
Thanks,
how's your game? Are you ass or are you good?
Listen, I wasn't that great to begin this job. The funny thing is I play less golf in this job than I did before. That's the problem. I'm getting worse. Now you lost all your bad habits. You're only getting better. Ladies and gentlemen, CEO of the PGA Tour, Brian Roloff.
Yeah, Roloff.
He's a dog.
Yeah.
Did you see your tweet?
No, I'm not. I don't want to. We don't need to bring that up. We are getting pseudo-sued by somebody within the NFL who has a partnership with the NFL because we didn't clearly pay for graphics at one point, but we had highlights. So we couldn't use the NFL's graphics, but we could use the NFL highlights.
Remember that.
So my entire defense was, so can I pause the highlight? If I pause the highlight and the helmet's on there, that's a graphic. We can't pause. Oh, okay.
Okay, gotcha.
So Brian Roloff got to hear me
Oh, yeah, I remember.
really in a full...
We were using Connor's logos.
Yeah, we drove them up.
Yep.
Is this what you want? This is what I'm saying.
Good time.
Brian's like, can we please?
That was a great
Can we please? Please. We'd love to, Brian. Thank you. He's a weapon.
Yeah.
He can deal with everybody and anything. That's why he's perfect for the job. We're back on the other side. Goodbye.
Well, welcome to the main event of WrestleMania, Pat McAfee. Everything he's done to you, Cody. Beat the hell out of him. Everything he's done to you. Jelly Roll is here.
A man also
McAfee's in trouble. Jelly Roll on the Spanish announce table. Jelly Roll, an elbow, driving Pat McAfee halfway to hell.
Now go give him the one-on-one fight they came to see. Go give him the fight they came to see.
Bring the garbage truck out and take out the trash.
Oh, wow. McAfee completely wiped out. The bell hasn't even rung.
McAfee's out.
Well, McAfee needs a stretcher. I think there's one on the way here.
He needs a shrink is what he needs.
And Randy Orton looking on at a flattened Pat McAfee. Whatever game plan was in place for the challenger here has completely gone out the window.
One other look. Jelly Roll with an elbow, driving McAfee through our announce table as Cody Rhodes looks on with a smile. And now, as they get McAfee out of here, Wade, here's the situation. Finally, we're going to get that one-on-one thing I need. That's the match between Orton and Rhodes. Finally, equal playing field. Nobody screwing around. Rhodes and Orton for the title.
Well, the fix was attempted by McAfee. The jump start before the bell even rang. McAfee now has a one-way ticket to hospital.
So wait, I do want to bring this up as they deal with McAfee at ringside. Randy Orton, there's been rumors running rampant online all week long about Randy Orton possibly being injured. From what I understand here, From what I understand, in the locker room today, there was a lot of talk about Randy Orton have a back injury. So will he be 100% tonight?
You know what you call that? You call that a red herring. That's just another thing being thrown at Cody Rhodes to think about. I don't believe it for a second. Randy's been through the wars in his career. We know he's had major back issues. I don't see any sign of that right now. So Randy's fine.
So does this McAfee situation screw Randy up at all?
100%. Clearly, McAfee was here to be on the outside, to be a major issue and a thorn in the side. So we take another look at what just went down before our main event even got started as a crossroads, followed up by this elbow drop through the table by Jelly Roll, who'd been attacked by Orton and McAfee in the build-up to this.
The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey.
What?
Let's go.
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers, you pig! Damn it! Your friend tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to our humble abode, the Thunderdome, on this overreaction. Happy 420 Monday. Hour 2 of the program begins now. Sports are the greatest. Please, I'm so sorry. I gotta look like this.
It's not your fault.
Yeah, don't apologize.
3 people are to blame for this.
Kind of got backstabbed a couple times.
Mm-hmm. Business.
That's a good call.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm. Cody Rhodes got me at a crossroads. Okay, I went for a big right. Once again, I ain't stopped doing that.
But if it landed,
That's the Oculus. That's the Oculus's problem. You know it.
Jelly Roll, I did it to him. I had a high, big whooping one, and he whammed me. He saw it coming. I said, I'm not doing it again. Then there I am, grandest stage of them all. He just posted Randy Orton. Oh, that's my guy. The bell hasn't rung. He's not supposed to beat us in this part. We were supposed to beat him at this part. We're supposed to beat him down before this match starts so that whenever the match starts, he's already battered. He's already bruised. There's no doubt Randy Orton's going to beat him. He's already beat him. Then he flipped it on us, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Very quickly.
Yeah.
He knew.
He's a crafty son of a bitch.
And that's the thing about me, granted, I've done everything in the wrestling business.
You have.
Okay, I've done everything in the wrestling business. That's the thing about being new in there, though. I get so excited. I'm like, oh, here's my moment. I'm going with a big one. And bang, he moves, catches, and I'm upside down now. I'm in his armpit. I'm in his armpit.
It's not a good place to be.
It's like I'm just like hypnotized. I can feel my body. I can't move it. Like, what am I doing here? I didn't know I was this flexible. I'm not. It hurt. Everything hurt. And then bang, right into the mat. And then all of a sudden, he kicks me out. I fucking fall out of the ring.
It's not a short fall.
Sack of bones to the ground. Yeah, in my head, it was a lot shorter than that.
It's not.
As I was falling through the sky, it was like whenever I'm in a dream and you're falling. That's what it felt like as I was. And then that hits the ground. Boom, lose my air. Then all of a sudden, Cody picks me up, throws me up on a desk that I birthed.
Correct.
That thing debuted. Okay. In an era in which I was on a commentator table.
That's right.
Standing on it on a regular basis, trying to get one a little bit thicker, probably.
Yeah.
Where the hell did he come from?
Good question.
Great question.
I hadn't seen this ex-convict. He was a good man. But in this moment, I think he got lost in the sauce of 106,000 people or whatever it was, 106,000 tickets being sold to things obliterated.
It blew up.
Shrapnel, cuts, bam, bang, splinter on my nipples. I mean, it's a bad spot that I got going on there.
Artery.
Yeah, but I lost my control of my body. Had to get stretchered out of there. They stretchered me out after Jelly rolled me. And that was whenever they decided in the back, should probably put that guy right there.
What do you say? Like, help you get well soon?
Oh no, those marks, they aren't like NFL fans.
No, they weren't waiting.
Saying some mean things you gotta know.
Like Lions
They're
fans.
saying really mean things.
Really mean things.
That was the best. That was worth it all.
And then I came back.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, because my body was checked. They were worried about my neck, but the body was A-okay. And Charles Robinson goes down. Let me get out here. Now, a lot of people are asking if this would have been official, if I would have made it to 3. We'll never know.
Okay, that shoelace didn't get you, too.
Could have counted a little faster, I think, actually.
Well,
looking back at it.
That was a big mistake. And maybe it was my neck brace.
Oh,
probably.
I should have counted quicker.
You figured Randy would
got
just have
all back there?
That kind of says it all because you sprinted down that ramp and you couldn't tie your shoe because of your neck, obviously. But you trip over that shoelace, so that's gonna be tough.
Yeah, and there has been people that have not had good runs down ramps.
There was other people who did not break down going down that ramp this weekend.
What's that?
Big Dog was going 100 miles an hour. He did not break down.
You're talking about Braun Breaker?
Yeah.
Yeah, Braun Breaker did a nice little spear. I think it was nearly just a drop. Yeah, I mean, we're talking about just because down at the end there, he's a little drop off.
Yeah.
And did I know that as well? I don't know.
What a psychopath.
Yeah, Braun Breaker's back. That's good. There was a lot of things I saw that was like, it's good.
Good internet.
Man, it's really
Yeah,
good.
Danhausen.
Did you see that? Danhausen, incredible. And his group.
And his group of midgets, which Michael Cole said that's exactly what they wanted to be called.
Michael Cole said, before you cancel me online, this particular group of people told me that they want me to call them Hasen's Midgets.
Yes.
And they were, weren't they? They showed right up there for Cena.
Yeah,
Cena
yeah.
did a phenomenal job.
Oh,
yes,
my
he did.
God. So good.
And then Roman Reigns with what, 0% body fat?
Yeah.
Yo.
That was quite the difference.
Those
man.
shoes.
Is that 0% body fat out there?
Tribal Chief is
It
back.
was a hell of a show. Six-man tag. Six-man six-pack ladder match. Did you guys watch that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. McDonough.
Spectacular.
Spectacular.
McDonough
We knew
will put
it.
his life.
McDonough.
We knew it. Soon as, I said in lead up, as I was trying to motivate my friend,
Former.
Friend.
Yeah, I was going to say.
That term loosely.
I was trying to explain to him that everybody's ass. The only thing that's good is you. Okay? That was to hype up a friend. That's why put other people's down to lift him up. That's what I'm doing. That is exactly what I'm doing to do it. I didn't even look at Sunday. Okay? So I said, Sunday not worth a watch. This is what you need to be watching. A lot of people took that very personally.
I can see that.
From my understanding.
In the moment, you weren't wrong.
No, I was just, hey, this is what it's about right here, okay? A lot of people took that very personally. And I would like to let everybody know, I watched that Sunday from takeoff until land, perfectly timed. A lot of people said it wasn't long enough. But for me, in my particular flight, perfectly timed. What a show.
Penta hit that Mexican destroyer on him.
On McDonough?
Yeah.
Rusev? Did we know he was going to be in there?
No.
What a perfect, that head thing.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good show.
It was great.
It was a good show.
Brock and Obafemi.
Unbelievable.
I was not familiar with his game. I'll just say that guy's an absolute
Oba is
fucking
over,
freak of nature.
Oba's a talent. That SEC, baby.
Yeah,
No, not
exactly.
really, but you get it.
Right, SEC shot put.
Yeah, you're certainly really right. He's a monster.
I thought he played left tackle, Bama.
And how about him just eating an F5?
Yeah.
Eating an F5. Just getting right up, saying, how you doing? Unbelievable way to kick off. I mean, that's you don't see that.
No.
That's
See,
just not that's
what we're talking
WWE.
about.
Right
That's
there.
what we've been talking about the whole time. Those are WWE superstars.
Which, by the way, we learned. We learned everything.
Not that one guy in the main event on Sunday.
That was a great match.
That was a
Great
classic.
match,
Yeah, he
actually.
doesn't look like the rest
I
of
said
them.
it was going to be shite. I was wrong, man.
Yeah.
You were,
I was wrong.
I'm a big fan of where the direction WWE is going. A few years ago,
New era.
They were calling Triple H something else, and then they were going Triple K's and Take His Oil.
They were saying
Has
that.
aged like spoiled milk. I mean, we got Oba, we got Javon Evans, Trick Willie. Jade lost to Rhea. Welcome back, Rhea. You got the title back, but
Rhea, by the way, she doesn't look nearly as jacked.
No.
She looked so explosive, like
nimble.
Yeah, that was awesome to watch.
Yeah.
And then Jade.
That was a game plan.
I mean, I didn't know
Cream of
that.
the crop.
Is that? I didn't know
Built
that.
in a lab, looks like.
Once again, we're continuing to talk.
Yeah.
Here we are.
WWE. You're right. Congrats, WWE. You guys are in great direction, man. Happy.
You
Good
saved
luck.
it. Congrats, you saved it.
Yeah, certainly did.
They weren't in a great direction until.
I'll tell you what, a lot of people took it very personal.
Well, and everyone still bitched about it regardless. So.
Yeah.
no way.
Both nights. Oh, yeah. That's
They were
no.
bitching
couldn't
up
get
a
away
storm.
from it.
Nah, well, hey, that's the business, baby.
That is the business.
That is the business.
No matter what.
Good luck to all parties out there. I would like to say about the American Nightmare right there, Cody Rhodes. He just might be the right one.
Yeah, that man's a WWE
QB1?
superstar.
That might just be the right one. That man, just, getting because I've been studying them,
Yeah.
Tape.
Yeah.
I've been studying him, trying to help out, drop some things in there. Rain doesn't need my help in the ring. Okay, he's obviously Randy Orton. Well, I could have gave it to him. I wonder if I would have went over to the bell and they would have been like, no. What do we do?
I mean, were there any stipulations beforehand put in place that said you couldn't do that?
To be clear, I sprinted through Gorilla. I was not in Gorilla. Like, I sprinted right by.
Was that McAfee?
Came
Were they-
flying out.
Who was that?
That's why there was no lights, no nothing.
Yep.
Just me coming flying in there.
Hey, so much.
I was going to save the day.
Was the intro on TV when you introduced him? Because that was.
The depiction of perfection.
Yeah, that was
Of
electric,
professional
too.
wrestling.
So much happened.
Yeah, I thought about that a lot, I realized in the moment that I certainly put enough thinking into that instead of everything else that was going on. Yeah, it was an honor. It was an honor to be a part of it all. And WWE put on a hell of a 2 days out there in Vegas. Shout out to the roster.
Shout out.
They did a great job.
Yeah, they did.
Danhausen is a problem.
Listen, if you got out of the weekend
Guys.
without getting cursed, you won the weekend.
I will say I did meet the Hausen.
And he didn't curse you?
Whoa.
And we're out of there. I saw him 5 different times. Always full.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Always.
group with him.
Are you sure it wasn't one of his
I didn't
guys?
know the group of Michael Cole said it, not me. Midgets. Okay, that is their group's name. Little people is proper term. We do believe we've been down this road before. Michael Cole said this group would like to be called. I had not seen that particular group with the Hausen.
Okay.
I had not seen that.
Have you confirmed that his curses actually work?
Yes, the Mets lost 11 straight or something.
Yeah.
Well,
Still
Danhausen's from Detroit, and he cursed all of Detroit's enemies, and that would include the Orlando Magic, and we lost, and we're the 1 seed in
The series isn't over yet.
So
Foxy-
I'm not a believer in Danhausen yet.
Foxy, I would not be
Yeah,
doing
you better
just
that.
stop
saying.
while you're ahead.
Hear that,
That's
Danhausen?
a bad idea.
We better win a title, Danhausen.
Foxy, that group is going to walk in here.
Yeah.
Okay, because of you. We're trying to stay out of the negative with that group.
I need
Nuts
4
him
wins
in.
in a row, Danhausen.
All right, let's move on to talk about sports. NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs happen. Talks tables here at Boston Connor, at Ty Schmidt. One half of the Hammer,
Dahn.
Cowboys, AP Tony's here. Going back to Pittsburgh this week. That should be
Cannot
fun.
wait. This is going to be the best week of the entire year. Not even close.
I'm very interested to see. The view is going to be amazing.
Yes.
Okay, the optics
Oh, yeah.
of the draft are going to be incredible. Pittsburgh built for optically awesome things, especially with football, with where the stadium is, with all the history. I mean, it is going to be phenomenal viewing. I'm intrigued to see how many people, because there's a lot of Yinzers talking right now.
I've decided I
A
don't
lot
care.
of Yinzers talking right now saying, I ain't going down there. Yeah, right.
Listen,
And then what? Am I supposed to come home or am I just fucking sleeping down there? How are we getting out of it?
that's who we are. We're going to bitch, okay? And it's supposed to be, 200,000 people a day? Who cares? Who cares what they think, okay? It's about the TV product. And if it looks good on TV, the rest of the nation thinks it was great. Doesn't matter.
See, that's what the Yinzers are saying right there, because now they're adding to the. I actually kind of want to watch the city. Yeah, I love here on TV while it's happening. I don't know why I need to get.
I'm hearing a lot of people come around and be like, yeah, I'm gonna go down and see
I
it.
think push comes to shove.
shocker.
I think push comes to shove.
Yeah.
Last
I
day,
want to get down and see it.
Frank's going to get asked about it. Hey, we got a ride going down right now. Do you want to go? I said I wasn't going. Are you sure you don't want to go? All right. I mean, there ain't nothing else.
Like the weather,
Hey,
the
nothing
weather
else,
Thursday.
no.
I know Friday. I know Yinzers. The weather's supposed to be immaculate. They're gonna get off of work on Friday, and everyone's heading down.
Oh, tarps. I cannot wait to see the crowd down there.
Yeah. If they see people too on the TV that aren't Yinzers, they're going to be pissed that there are people that aren't Yinzers on there, and then they're going to need to go to represent Pittsburgh in itself.
This is a nice little social experiment for Yinzers as we look from the outside in here. You know, it's I'm excited to see how they handle it. I think it's going to look amazing. I think it's going to be fantastic. I think you're going to learn a lot about Pittsburgh football and the history of how much football matters to the area. I think you're potentially also going to learn that Yinzers are, I ain't doing it. There's a lot of that potentially
Can't wait.
as well in the city. We'll see how it goes. 9-year NFL vet Darius J. Butler is here. Too.
Hey, bud.
Excited for the draft spectacular, brother. I think we got a good one.
I am. We will obviously Bill Cowher. I can't wait to be in his presence for those few hours. It will be a little faster. Can't wait for that. The crowd can't wait for that. Should be electric on all fronts.
Bill Cowher is excited.
Oh, yeah.
Bill Cowher is knowledgeable, and Bill Cowher is going to love that he's back in Pittsburgh. Okay, and we are incredibly thankful and lucky that he'll be joining us. AQ Shipley will also be there, and maybe some surprises. Ooh. Maybe some surprises. Not like what we did to the WWE world.
Okay.
That was pretty dope.
That was a good surprise.
Top notch.
I felt pretty good about that.
Top notch.
Fantastic work.
Surprise, nerds. Did you see all the wrestling people, the way we were reporting it? Calling your fans that paid money to be there nerds is not a good idea.
Who
It's
said
like,
that?
shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Okay? Shut up.
Nerd.
That was awesome. Exactly.
It's literally the business.
Exactly. The fact that we ran that live, the amount of things.
That's good.
I mean,
That's good.
we
healing.
knew that was going to happen. We said, hey, you put big surprise up on that thing. Those people are going to drone like zombies right over there. Surprise. Surprise, surprise, surprise. We knew there was going to be a massive, massive crowd. I mean, just well executed, well done, hilarious on all fronts. And even the people in the crowd, most of them were like, oh, man, he got us pretty good.
It was a fun run. It was a fun run there. I'll tell you what, 3 weeks. Okay? That's how long that was. Did that feel like 3 weeks or did that feel like 2 years?
2 years. Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine how
2
long it felt for you. Yeah.
It was a good time. Thank you, WWE, for the opportunity. And I would like to say, I think the relationship between ESPN and WWE started off good there.
Yeah, strong.
I think we'll see, I guess. Everybody will kind of see. Because there was some wonderings. There was some worries. We'll see how, everything goes. Excited to be a part of it. That'd be a good partnership for a long haul.
Oh, yeah.
See, sports media people. So you got the wrestling people mad that ESPN's doing stuff.
Yep.
And then you got the sports media people mad about.
Yeah. Why the hell are we talking about WWE?
By the way, our show, 90% of the NBA and NHL tournament.
Yeah.
I don't think that was highlighted enough. I think that was kind of just thrown in there for thing. We're here for sports, but also WWE and ESPN partnership, I think, is a pretty big one.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot.
Entertainment.
I think it's a pretty big thing. So everybody buying into it. I like to say to the people at ESPN, not that I speak for anybody at the literally. I do not speak for wrestling fans, and I do not speak for the WWE. I do not say that. But I appreciate that the ESPN folks did go all in. Like, that was cool. That's a good way to welcome a new partnership.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't that be fun? Did you see they made a documentary about inside the NBA, too? ESPN did. Welcoming him in.
Did not see that.
That's really cool of them to do that.
Huh.
That's a cool thing to do to people that are coming to your network, That's a very fun thing to do. That would be awesome to experience.
Yes, it would.
Wouldn't that feel good?
That would be
That'd be great.
That would be good.
Like a warm hug.
So congrats to ESPN and WWE's relationship. I think it would be amazing. And congrats to everybody going all in. That was fun. That was a fun WrestleMania. That was a fun road to WrestleMania there for the last. That was fun. The mentions, I'm excited for those stuff.
Yeah, I bet.
You'd see that.
Give it.
Just want to ruin everybody. Just want to go into the profile, scroll through the photos,
be easy.
screenshot the photos, do a little bit more research. Previous articles wrote by person, screenshot that stuff. I had some time yesterday on that flight. One person in particular almost got a full-on barrage. And I said, no, I'm out of business.
True.
Which I am.
That is a good move, though, just picking one out of just
So, see, you're like Nick. That's what Nick has always been.
one.
Old Frankie Skates back there, he's always the friend going, send it, because I'll screenshot something. About to be just a murder, just a murdering of somebody. With facts, reason, and actual logic, and photo evidence. I can't just do that anymore on X. I used to really go at people. You talk shit about me, sweet, you open the door, I'm going to murder you now. Let's go ahead and see let's go ahead and do this, Can't do it anymore. Nick's always the guy you got to send a message. Sounds like you are as well. I'm not going to send it.
Set an example. Just one.
No,
All you need is one.
You guys are bad people, okay? We don't need to go into that buzzsaw anymore. We're done with the business.
Okay.
Rest in peace.
Are you sad?
It was a good run, man.
Great run.
It was a good run. Yeah, it was a good run.
I remember the first day.
Well, if you treat every day like it's your first day, actually, which is one of the WWE rules, always has been, every day could be the most exciting day in WWE.
Well said.
And I think I tried to do that literally every single day. Pretty isolated last 3 weeks, though, I will say. Didn't really see anybody. Didn't really talk to anybody.
That's healing.
That is healing.
Had no internet or anything on the bus. Just kind of locked away. Just locked away. Let me go ahead and open this fucker up. Where am I headed? That way. All right. I hate everybody in here.
Yeah.
And then right back out. That was a crazy run.
Oh, yeah.
What a road. I'm not sad. I'm thankful.
Hell yeah.
And on that note,
Boom.
all right.
Good run.
It was a good run.
Great work.
All right. It was fun. I loved it. It was a childhood dream. A lot of them.
Yeah.
Multiple WrestleManias. I mean, that's,
Yeah.
Multiple
crazy.
main events.
Yeah, so cold.
I mean, just so many different little moments. Stunner, obviously. The run down the ramp.
That personally, I mean,
that might be my favorite.
That was my favorite thing you've ever done.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
I felt pretty athletic.
Yeah.
As I was running, I'm like, all right, everything's kind of holding
And
up.
if you don't have perfect posture there, you're collapsing.
Because of my neck.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Because of my. I mean, just so stupid. All right, let's get out of here. Let's move along. Joining us live from Manhattan, Ohio, is a man who's a college football national champion, Super Bowl champion, Ryder Cup winner. Ladies and gentlemen, AJ Hogg.
Yeah, Hogg.
Hey.
C2, C5, any workouts I need to do?
I tell you what, prayers up for your scans. I hope they come back very positive, obviously. I hate to see you in the neck brace again. It's tough to see you this way, but you do handle it very well, as we saw you sprinting down the ramp at a 4.4 pace. That was amazing.
Thank you. It was a little downhill. It might have been 4.5, 4.6. Who knows? I was trying. That was just 3/4 stride, too, because I didn't want to mess up the neck too much. I didn't want to mess up the neck too much. Down there at the bottom, I should have done a little bit more calculation on the drop-off, because there was a lead down and then a pick back up, and I guess I should have counted quicker. I'm not even wearing the same shirt as the refs. Okay.
OG.
I am
old school.
I am old school.
Yeah, throwback.
The mistake I made, AJ, I should have counted quicker. That's on me.
Well, I mean,
but you were legit
But in
ref.
the moment, though, you're a showman as well, and you're an entertainer, so you can't just boom, 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 1, 2, 3 them. You know that.
Oh, you're right. I didn't even.
Goodness.
Yeah, I mean that's it.
Maybe
right
that's
there.
what Randy was upset about.
I already got that. I respected the business.
Yeah.
Because I did think if he's going to become,
Good call, Tony.
Because he wanted a quick count.
but I didn't want to do it.
No, because you're
to honor.
But also, the question remains: if I do count to 3 there,
does it even matter?
Do they ring the bell and you guys are out of there?
I don't know. Yeah, I do not know.
I think it matters.
Yeah.
I do not know.
Cody was clearly respecting the count.
All right. Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, is a man that tried to get into a little WWE action himself on X. He decided to go after an entire city. I used to be one of you. Let me go ahead and showcase how I know I used to be one of you. One of the greatest tweets I've seen in a while for a guy clapping back at a city, trying to say, don't you talk about us. You're different now. You live in a city of stars. You won a Super Bowl with the Rams. You're one of Walter Payton Man of the Year with the Rams. You are celebrated as an all-time great Ram. We don't need you talking about our city over here in Ohio. Hasn't won ever. Ladies and gentlemen, friend of the program, Amazon Prime pundit, absolute stallion, Super Bowl champion, future first ballot Hall of Famer. We think.
Yeah, I mean, who knows?
Ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Whitworth.
What up, baby?
How you doing, man?
Gentleman, I'm good, baby.
I love what you tweeted there to Cincinnati. Can we please run through all of the things briefly here? You played 168 games as a Bengal. That would be enough. Okay, you could have put period. Sent that
Just
thing.
stop.
3 division titles. Hey, we did some good things together. Could have sent that and stopped. 5 straight playoff appearances. 6 total, if we're counting just as a total. Could have sent just that. Had all 4 of my kids there. That's like, hey.
It's a big deal.
Okay, that's kind of the thing. Then
deal.
this is where you kind of take a good turn. In my eyes. I've been to Jeff Ruby's 1,000 times. I pretended to like Skyline Chili when I was sober. I've stumbled drunk around Mount Adams eating pizza. Montgomery Inn Barbecue is literally in my fridge right now. I spent many a night in the Courtyard Covington, sat in Red Suite with Neil fucking Armstrong, watched Amy Grant with the CPO at Cincinnati Music Hall. I partied with Nick Lachey. Okay.
That's a huge one.
98 degrees, obviously. Club Bang on 4th Street. If you know that, you're a Cincy person. You ate the Beluga Sushi Boat in Reagan. You sat with Charlie Sheen as he smoked a cig in the Queen City Club.
Wow.
So obviously
awesome.
big time Cincinnati Day. And then you said, and the list goes on. So I'll use we respectfully any damn time I want. Who day? Okay, so this obviously all comes as you start to celebrate the Cincinnati Bengals move of Dexter Lawrence, I would assume. Can you explain to me how you think that happened and why you think this helps the Bengals? And if you're going to be, you were the pride of the
Pride of the Jungle.
Pride of the Jungle this year.
Jungle Pride.
If this is going to make Cincinnati a lot more lovable worldwide, why does anybody care? How do you feel this helps the team, and why do you like the move, Whit?
I like the move just because, to me, I think of our run in 2011, 2015, Pat. We went to the playoffs 5 years in a row. And one of the things that always stuck to me when I left there and I got to L.A., and I think of some of the swings that we took when I was with the Rams organization, is it always felt like, all right, we're a damn good football team. We just can't quite get over the hump. But there was never this all-in moment from the organization. And when I say that, I'm talking from up top. Hey, let's go make that big trade. Let's go sign that one more person to a contract that maybe we're pushing it a little bit in the the cap, but we're saying, hey, we're going to win a damn Super Bowl. To me, that's what's been missing, in my opinion, in the Joe Burrow era is like, all right, you do have this unbelievable quarterback. You do have some really talented receivers, and you have been able to put up some great offensive numbers. But where are the big swings every offseason that say, I think sometimes you need to put the whole building on notice? We're all in. Like, we're going to go try to win a Super Bowl, and that's the bottom line. And so I think, to me, this was their version of that. It's more about the message. Do I think Dexter Lawrence is a good piece to them having the opportunity? Hell yeah, I do. But I also love the message. We're sending the whole team a message. Hey, we got a window. We're about to go try to take that window right now. Everybody lock in and let's go.
Seems like it was a good deal for both parties as well to get done. I did not expect Duke Tobin to ever do this. This is obviously a top 10 pick trade. First time they've ever done that in the history of the Bengals. We all assumed that everybody would want Dexter Lawrence if he was available because of how good of a football player he is. Tell me a little bit about how the Cincinnati Bengals decide Dexter Lawrence instead of Trey Hendrickson. Is that the conversation you think? And with the way Trey has kind of gone the last 3 years, and then now we bring in Sexy Dexy to the D-line, do you think they were just ready for the next chapter there without Trey? Like, how do you think we get to this point, and should I even consider that being tied together?
Yeah, I think people are going to make that the argument, but I would say it's two total different things. I think of an edge rusher as edge rushers are a lot easier to handle in the sense of you can chip, you can adjust protections, you can do a lot of things to take one single edge rusher and try to limit their impact. But when you're talking about interior push, destroying guys in the run game, being able to create 100-something pressures over the last few years like this guy has done, in his time as a New York Giant, like that's something you just can't do much about. He's getting double teamed and it doesn't matter. He's going to impact the interior of the defense, and that offense is going to have to adjust for how they proceed with him there. I think that that's just a huge piece to when you start to say, all right, let's look at how we can be better. I mean, we forget they have performed on offense. I mean, they lost games last year in just absolutely head-scratching, frustrating ways because they can't get off the grass and defend on defense. When they have defended on defense, they went to a Super Bowl. And that was when DJ Reader and Trey and those guys were playing really well. And don't forget, they didn't build that through the draft either. They built that through adding some free agents at a price and saying, we're going to go spend some money, some veterans around here, and then the emergence of Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. And so you look at this now and you say, hey, where they were in the draft at the 10th pick, where are they going to get that superstar defensive player who, without question, is playing a lot as a rookie? They were unsure if it was going to fall that way. This gives them a guaranteed football player, a guy who's going to impact the football game on the defensive side of the football, up front, in the interior, right now. They don't have any questions about that. So I think, to me, it gives them a guarantee. It makes them say, hey, let's go play some defense, let Joe Burrow do his thing, and let's get ourselves back in the Super Bowl. Don't forget where it is this year. They want to redo. Yeah. They want to be back in SoFi, having an opportunity to win a Super Bowl again.
And Aaron Donald is the one that wrecked that, by the way. Last play, interior D lineman, wrecked it for the Bengals. They would have had your ass. They would have had your ass. That little confetti moment with that little confetti moment with your kids, which is like one of the most beautiful moments of all time, never happens. Okay, never happens if it wasn't for Aaron Donald just blowing the entire play up seemingly out of nowhere from the middle of the defensive line. The thought of Dexter Lawrence with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins now all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Now that we know Jamar and T. Higgins a little bit more, okay, after the Radio Row appearance.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What the fuck quarterback for the Bears name? Okay, that was Jamar Chase.
Yep.
It was the best. Dexter Lawrence, by all accounts, is the best, right?
Yes.
Isn't that kind of what the thing was? I think there was a report that Harbaugh was not allowed to talk to Dexter Lawrence or something because the agent denied any conversation. I didn't even know that was allowed. But I think it's because Dexter Lawrence is like the best. Harbaugh could have gone in there and been like, hey, listen, this is boom, boom, boom. So I'm excited for that locker room maybe becoming electrifying as well over there. Go ahead, AJ.
Yeah, as no lineman, a guy that you played with, Geno Atkins. I was with you for 1 year in Cincinnati. I remember there's times in practice, an interior D lineman, Geno would shut practice down. They'd have to take him out because the guy was so disruptive. I'm just curious with Dexter Lawrence, is that something you're looking for from him in the interior? And how tough can it be for an offense when you have a guy that's interior that gets a great push on pass plays, but also is impossible to move in the run game?
Yeah, I mean, look at it too, really. You look at what Baltimore lost this year in Tyler Lindenbaum in the center up front. You look at really the Steelers trying to figure themselves out up front, who their group's going to be, and the Browns as well. So when you say, hey, we're going to go add a dominant force in the interior, and don't forget Cincinnati's situation, it's all about all the other pieces that matter too. 2 young linebackers going into their second year. Now they're going to have an absolute stud playing in front of them. How's that going to impact them and be able to play at a high level? You've brought in a lot of other free agents, whether it be in the secondary or Boy Mafe, so another edge rusher. Now this frees you up in the draft to go, all right, we probably need another secondary guy. Let's look at some interior help in the offensive line because Dalton Risner's only on a 1-year deal. The rest of your line looks to be together for the future years. And then, you know what? Is there that dynamic edge rusher on third down that we can get? Because here's the reality of Trey Hendrickson. He's a hell of a player. But here's the truth. He is ranked at the top of the group when it comes to sacks and pressures of the quarterback, no doubt. But let's go look where he's ranked in the run game in all those years as well. And it ain't up at the top. So my point is that you're talking about a guy who, yeah, he put up a lot of numbers. I played against a guy like that I would compare him to in Arizona and Chandler Jones. A lot of statistical things. Hey, going to create a lot of sacks. He's going to get some pressures on the quarterback. But you know what else you can do? You can run the football right at him all the time, anytime you want. So when you're dictating the terms on defense, that's the reality. And so to me, I think when you talk about a guy like Dexter Lawrence, you're talking about all 3 downs. How can we affect it? How can we go get maybe a guy in this draft that's an electric pass rusher who can come on the field on third down and impact us there while we also have the interior push of Dexter Lawrence? That's just the reality. Trey's a hell of a player. Is he a guy you want in a closing situation? No doubt about it. If you're up in a game and you want to get off the grass, that's who you want rushing the quarterback. But when you're talking about a defense that's been 30th in the NFL, it's been dead last, I think they're trying to figure out how do we put all the pieces together that help us be a total defense, not just one that can win on third down and 8 when we need to go get a sack.
Mm-hmm. I love that you said they are trying to figure out there as opposed to we because of the tweet. But then at the end, you spoke as we as a Bengal fan. I think anytime you build up the trenches, Jerry Jones kind of said it whenever he traded away Micah.
Yep.
Now, is it going to end up being true with Micah up at Green Bay? I doubt it. That offense or that defense, obviously, and he was in on like every single play. Yeah. But Jerry said we got to be able to stop the run. Micah. Michael is not stopping the run. Call him the wrong name.
Yep.
And then he said that you need to be able to stop the run. That's a very real thing, especially in this NFL right now. Right now it seems to matter more than ever, which is why I think the trenches are going to be spotlighted more than ever. There's some interesting decisions being made with young guys or just being hypothesized that are seemingly easy. I don't know if that's the case. Go ahead, Tone.
Yeah, Big Win. It's draft week. When you look at the top for tackles, it's Maui Noah and Fano, both right tackles in college. And a lot of people have their third right tackle as Blake Miller, third tackle overall. Blake Miller's a right tackle as well. But then some of the teams at the top, they need left tackles. How do you feel about guys who are very, very talented? Can they make the move to left tackle? And then also, if like the Lions, depending on who they take, have talked about moving Sewell over to left tackle as well. How hard is that as a tackle to move from the right side to left side or vice versa?
I think when you're talking about coming from college to the NFL, not as big a deal, as long as you don't have something where the guy's got an injury or a limitation where he can't switch feet. I think that the biggest thing, though, is when they get to the NFL, you don't want to toy with that much. It's too... everything becomes too nuanced. It becomes, you got to be so elite at it that you don't want to be flipping all the time. I think it's one of the craziest things ever, watching Tristan Wirfs and Penei Sewell the last few years being able to do that. Like, I just was one of those people, literally left side. Once I started playing it, that's all I could do. The athletes those guys are, it just shows by their ability to do it. I just think once you get to the NFL, it's a tougher thing to me. I just don't know a lot of guys who flip side to side who are your elite players. And if I want an elite guy, I want to find the side I want him to be on, and I want him to become elite at it. And so I think drafting them in the draft, I don't get overly concerned about, especially when you're talking about those guys. You're talking about some guys that have all the skill sets possible to play the positions, each one of them, and whether it be their size, their athleticism, their length, all those things. So really it's about, hey, what's the guy we're the most comfortable at? I'm sure they've seen him move, and they say, hey, this is the guy we're the most comfortable be able to move over there. And that may be why they lean to one of them over the other, because they feel like they can get over there, take the kind of kick sets they want, play with the balance and the position, and they see the most upside and them be able to flip over and be the same guy.
See, I'm only a left tackle.
Yep. Yeah, me too, Pat. I just can't. I got no athleticism with
Yeah.
the right kick.
Well, you also played
stepping
guard,
underneath
from my
myself.
understanding, right? And you said it was the easiest thing you've ever seen because people are just running into you or whatever the case
Laughing.
is. Yeah,
That was Big Grader's ice cream era. That was a Big Grader's black raspberry chip. That was a big era. I was 365 then, so almost 100 pounds from where I am now. So that was a big boy. I was big wit for sure then. That's when Justin Smith. You talked about the WWE. Justin Smith at that time used to call me the Big Show. That was actually my nickname. In the locker room.
Well, it's the Whit Show.
That's it, baby.
I know. I saw your wrestling aspirations at that league meeting. League recital. I'll tell you what.
Look good.
Yeah, I should have been preparing right there because I would take some lethal shots just a few weeks later. Whit, I would have
had your back, Pat.
Exactly.
Put it in the ring with me. I got you, baby.
It's too late now.
You were too busy Twitter fingering with Cincinnati.
Yeah.
That's what you were doing. You were doing the whole, I've been
My
in
bad,
Ruby's.
bro.
I've
I
done
dropped it.
Yeah.
I dropped the ball. That's on me. That's on me.
Well, good news is you'll never miss it again because I'm out of the business forever.
That's right.
Okay, speaking of business forever, and we just talked about, guys that are tall, athletic, have all the things to make. There's a guy that's been doing it a long time, just got rewarded again. They're talking GOAT conversations. Go ahead, Con Man.
Yeah, Pat's talking about Trent Williams getting that 2-year, $50 million extension with the Niners so he can go back. We've kind of seen Brock Purdy and the Niners without Trent Williams, and clearly they're affected whenever he's not on the field. Is he kind of the greatest left tackle of all time? Where do you kind of put him? And also, what does just having that kind of stalwart at the left tackle do for your entire team? Because we've seen, Trent Williams pregame against the Cleveland Browns when they're going to throw down and fight, and then Trent walks over, and then everything kind of stops. What does he mean for this team, and where do you kind of see him ranking on the all-time list?
I actually made this point on Thursday Night Football this year. I actually think Trent, in my opinion, has really he's put himself there as the all-time great. I really do. And listen, Anthony Munoz was a mentor of mine and somebody I've looked up to my whole life. The man he is, the player he was so generationally ahead of his time. He was an unbelievable player, and to me has held that for a long, long time. But I think what Trent has been able to do, not just in the run game, not just in the pass game, in the screen game, the athlete he is out in space. I mean, DBs, and especially now that they can't go low and try to take out the legs and they have to stay up with this freak of nature. Exactly. Sherman, I argue about it all the time. And Trent, it's unfair. I mean, it really is unfair. I think he is, without question, the greatest athlete and impact left tackle in the history of the game. I mean, I think that, to me, when you really look at all three levels of what you're asked to do, and then you talk about consistency, longevity, ability, availability, and adapting to today's game and every version of the game he's had to play through, he's the greatest to me of all time, and he's submitted himself as that.
As a guy who's going to be a Hall of Fame left tackle, that is very cool to hear you say, by the way. That humility, but also the reasoning on why we should maybe view him as the greatest of all time as well. I appreciate the hell out of that, Whit. Now, I will say, after seeing you at the league meetings, and I told you this, I do think I can maybe...
No chance.
You saw my get up. You saw it. You felt it, didn't you? You did feel it a little bit. Was you 265? I'm close. I could get
Too
to
good
you.
a shape. Hey, Pat, my insurance goes out this year, so I'm thinking about pulling I think I'm going to join Rivers and be full of Phillip Rivers. I'm going to get my 5 years of insurance back this year, maybe. I'm trying to see what the team will give me. Just
how many games you got to play?
Give me a shot, baby. Bring the Big Show back.
How many games do you have to play to get that? Just one?
I think you just got to be on one. I mean, come on, let's go. McVay, come on, man, please. Can I get one game? Shanahan, let me come be the right tackle for a week. I don't know. Come on, guys. I know the system.
Does it count for practice squad? Because they got vets on practice squad now since COVID. Remember COVID? They opened up.
I think you got to be on the roster for a game. I think that's the thing.
Don't even have to play.
So,
you can get.
I got a lot of kids. I mean, we need this. Come on, guys.
I think this seems pretty easy. Just put you on a roster for
kind of cut and dry.
Yeah, and we should start doing this. Every team should negotiate in an extra roster spot to bring in a veteran for a week, to keep up their insurance. Give a speech. I assume you'll give a speech.
Yeah.
I assume you do. Yeah, a route. You do the entire thing. Yeah, absolutely. Maybe show team too. Get some reps in with the helmet on, get some pictures. Yep. Oh, he was really there mixing it up. That whole thing. Do you think you could? Because when I was looking at you, see, I was on the same team as Dwight Freeney and Robert Mathis. Okay, so I
don't want to do that.
Yeah.
no, but I understand the chess game of this entire thing.
Sure.
So when I saw you, I'm gonna try to speed you. I'm gonna try to speed you right now, get you thinking you're going out there. You're 265 right now. I think I'm going.
Yeah, walk him back.
You're going bull, long arm?
I think I'm going long
walk
arm.
the dog.
I think
he's got short arms.
Short arms.
Yeah.
I'll be able to get that. I'll be able to get that hand right there, right? Don't you think that'll be
That hand will never touch me.
What? What are
You wouldn't even make contact.
It'll be past.
Yeah, I got 36.5-inch arms. I don't think you got to. Long arm would not be the road I would go. If I was going to go any road, I would not go that one.
We'll feel it out. It's chess game.
Yeah, exactly.
It's chess game.
Last thing he'd expect.
Yeah, exactly.
So
especially,
there you go.
Who knows what happens with C2 here, C3, C4.
Yeah, I was going to say, watching you run to the ring, little vertical in the stride if you think you're going to long.
I had a neck whip. I think we'll have a doctor on at 2:05 Eastern, by the way. Dr. David Chow, former NFL.
Okay, perfect.
He'll be coming on and talking about my skin. Okay, let's get the pass rushing. Go ahead, D-Bud.
Yeah, arm length is actually kind of part of this conversation, always is in draft season. But with the top rushers in this year's draft, you got Reuben Baines Jr., you got David Bailey, you got Reese. Bailey's the more polished one. Reese, that's the potential, maybe the next Micah Parsons. And then Bain, dog in the pass game, dog in the run game, but the arm length is a question. As a tackle, which one of these young guys do you see having the most success early on and then probably having the best career as it goes?
Yeah, I mean, I think when you get into the arm length conversation, I mean, it's really just like I've told you guys before when it comes to tackles. It's about what's their strategy outside of that. How do they execute those things in the game, whether it be being able to get hands off of them, being able to rip and do some of those things. I mean, you look at a guy like Micah Parsons, people don't even realize, I mean, he barely uses his arms. He's just so good at being able to manipulate his body, much like really good receivers who don't get hit hard very often. Micah Parsons is really good at being able to dodge and dip and kind of slip all the different hands that he gets from tackles. He's really able to do that at an extremely high level, whereas you had like guys like Aaron Donald who didn't have some crazy arm length, but for his size, he had decent arm strength, but he was unbelievably strong and good at getting your hands off of him, be able to knock your hands off of him. He had a plan all the time. We've seen him fighting the knives and everything else. So you got to become an expert at what it is that you think you need to be able to execute. And so when I look at those guys, I mean, I just think when you watch Bain play, man, choose the effort, the energy, the passion. Like it feels like a guy that you're like, man, inevitably this guy's going to figure it out one way or another, because it just seems like he has a motor that's different. And that's something to me that means a lot. But obviously I think Bailey, some of those guys have some rare top end talent where, you got to see them rush, I think at the NFL level to really know. Because to me, I want to see your ability where you look in college, a lot of times it's like, man, they beat him with speed. The guy flips his hips. It's over. They go dip underneath or go underneath the guy. Like, that's not going to be NFL tackles. They're going to be in front of you, and you're going to have counter answers to all your things that you think you're going to be able to do. And so really be able to see them, their rookie year, their ability to adapt and counter or be an expert at that one thing they do. We think of Jared Verse, really coming onto the scene with his power. Then he's going to have to adapt. We've seen last year, not as much of an impact at times because he's going to have to adapt who he is and how he plays. And so I think when you look at these guys, their ability to adapt and their ability to develop counters is really going to dictate how good they're going to be at the next level.
Can't wait to see the next group of super freaks out there. I mean, it's every single one. That's why Trey Hendrickson in that Ravens jersey that debuted this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
That's just not what you expect.
No,
it's a little bit of a surprise.
Looks like a Raven if I ever seen one.
That's a tough position. That's a tough. You got to be so explosive, so strong, so fast.
That's my least favorite day ever. The uniform day, the picture day, just no thank you. Look,
especially
no thank you.
8K cameras now. They got 8K cameras.
Scream at the camera, give us a rah-rah so we can show you in the stadium, pumping the fans up. Like, I don't give a damn. Let's just play the game. I don't want to do this.
One of my favorites.
That was my day. I was not part of that day.
That was one of my favorites.
It's a selfish wit day.
And I appreciate that you backed out of those genuinely. They only asked me to do it twice, and they said, "Give me your football face." I said, "All right, I'm not doing this," and I was never invited back.
You didn't give him a good football face?
No, I said, "I don't know what that means. I genuinely don't know what that means." He said, "Like a football face." I was like, okay, I know what you're
Give me-
trying to
Look,
say.
I mean,
Give me example, please.
quarterbacks can look cool. Receivers can kind of like show the ball and flash it. Running backs can kind of do the Heisman. Like, as a lineman, what's a cool stance? Stand there, take a picture of you. Like, I'm in a kick set. Like, that's cool and intimidating. Like, no, thank you.
I guess that is.
I don't get in a
With the neck
3-point
brace.
stance for anybody, damn it.
Well, and also,
So I'm not getting a 3-point stance for a photo.
3-point stance. The
That's
belly
tough.
button on some of the offensive linemen too, with the way the jersey is, especially if you're moving like this. I think you got to do a yell, right? You probably always had to do a ha.
Oh, you got to scream. Yeah, you got to give a roar. No, thank you.
Any pause for the
then,
Bengals?
I mean, if they go white unis, you're totally screwed.
Oh yeah.
That's
belly
just a
button.
tough look for O lineman. Ooh.
Yeah.
Elevator buttons, bellies. I mean, we got it
Oh,
all.
we got to think about this for Thursday night. There's going to be so many stupid videos that these guys
Oh,
are
yeah.
forced to shoot.
yeah.
Oh, hey, look, have fun. You just got drafted. Dream come true. People behind the camera trying to work it. Yeah. They're standing there. And then they do the full 360. Let's do a full 360 view of this guy spinning the football, doing the casual thing. I mean, that's what's coming on Thursday night.
yeah.
There's going to be a lot of big boys, allegedly. Go ahead, Ty, last question.
Yeah, Whit, I think it was probably like 5 years ago where everyone was saying that O-linemen in college just weren't as good or weren't as ready to come into the NFL with the way the college game has changed. But over the last several years, we've had runs in the first round where we'll have 10-plus O-linemen get drafted. Do you think that's a byproduct of guys being a little bit more, a little bit better now and more ready to come in and play right away? Or is it just that, as we've seen, like, it is impossible to kind of keep the same guys on your offensive line, and you need to have at least, 8 to 10 bodies in that room who are capable, because it's just impossible to stay healthy throughout the course of a season?
Yeah, I mean, you look at this draft. I mean, they're talking anywhere 6 to 7 guys going in the first round. So this is one of the more talented groups, as I've talked to some guys across the league than in years past. And so I think really one of the things that's happened is that in the O-line world outside of the NFL, outside of college football, whether it be, LaCharles Bentley or Duke Manyweather or any of those guys that are training guys, you're starting to have these facilities
Shipley.
where
Yep.
Oh, yeah, AQ's now doing it. I saw that. Like, you got a lot of these guys that are now specifying in training guys outside of all of that. And so I think that's really what's had to happen. I mean, I used to have this argument all the time with the league when they would come talk at our seminars about the flag football push. Like, I love getting more people involved in football, but, like, if we're going to eliminate practices and preparation at the NFL level, so linemen are getting less of those. And then also at a younger level, we encourage everyone else to play the non-padded version of football. Like, where are we ever going to get lineman development? So at the beginning stage and at the ending stage, we're going to eliminate your ability to prepare to become a lineman. So where do you want them to develop from? And so they're one of the biggest part of our game. They're what separates our game and makes it different. And so to me, I think what's really happened is you've seen some guys be able to specialize in training offensive linemen, give them a home, somewhere to go in the offseason, somewhere to develop in high school and junior high and in college outside of just their facility to go develop those skills that it takes to be ready. And I think that you're starting to see now the impact that's having, and you're having more and more guys that are able to come in, play early, and be successful. And I think we're starting to see a little less of that dip that we kind of felt there through those years, because I think you've seen some guys come in and play really well as young linemen. So I'm excited about that, and I think that's only going to continue to grow, because I think that's something a lot of guys that are former players are getting into and really seeing that this is a big part of this thing now with the NIL money, with everything else. Now even linemen are making money in college, which is crazy, right? So, that's the truth. Where there's money being given to players, there's going to be people out there trying to create a business that they can get some of it. So I think that, to me, now you've seen the development of offensive linemen outside of just their facilities and their teams is growing, and so is the impact it's having on us having more productive guys being available in the draft.
I love the explanation. It makes sense, because the drills that you have to do are strenuous. They are hard. They suck.
Only position in the world plays the back to the ball at all times, Pat.
Not only that, also somebody trying to break your back every single play. Hand-to-hand combat every time.
None of the movements linemen do are like athletic movements you do as a kid. Like, ain't nobody doing any of that stuff. So it's the one thing about it is it's not just like I'm not saying it's some crazy athletic movement. What I am saying is it's something you have to retrain your entire body to do, because it's not something you did growing up. Most of those body positions, most of the things it takes to anchor and everything else have to be learned over time. And it's not something you did growing up as an athlete for most players. So it takes a while. You go with that thing of how many reps you get and how many opportunities you have to do something. It takes a while to develop those skill sets. And so I think it's something very unique, and you can't get it by just training with anyone. You need people who are putting you in those positions over and over again. And I think that's the biggest development, is that in strength training and on the field, we're seeing people adjust movements to what linemen specifically do, and that's helping them develop.
I love that. It's good for the game, because when they dip, the game dips, we dip.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that's
Amen.
really, we can't be dipping anymore. Okay, we got to be striving, especially for greatness, with the boys bumping up front. I do like that you shouted out the Shipyard there, okay? Oh, yeah. The Shipyard's getting at, all those drills suck. Mm-hmm. They all suck to do. They're all hard. They're all miserable. They're not fun. But I'll tell you what, at the end of the road is a very green pasture. Centers are getting $30 million now.
Yeah.
This is the game is going, so I'm excited for it. We appreciate you, ladies and gentlemen. Super Bowl champ, Cincinnati Bengal, and LA Ram legend, LSU Tiger at heart, Andrew Whitworth.
Yeah, Whitworth.
I'll say we whenever I want to.
Damn right.
Well, I'm talking. Why are you guys attacking him? Because he doesn't live in Ohio anymore. He lives in Los Angeles and he gets sun.
Don't lump me in with the people that are attacking him. No, Whit is he was the man there, and he still is the man. I think anytime he goes back.
No, he felt obligated to explain himself.
Yeah, crazy Bengals fans.
But number 10,
Bengals.
Number 10, sitting in the red suite with Neil Armstrong. We could have really nailed down on that and say, hey, do you think you actually really went to the moon?
If he wanted to get slugged in the face, because that's usually how Neil Armstrong deals with that.
Because he knows it's not true.
I'm genuinely flustered about it all.
What do you mean?
How crazy it is.
We're celebrating it hard here in 2026.
As we should.
I can FaceTime with my daughter when I'm wherever. Mm-hmm. I could be in a place with no service, okay, somehow. I can open my phone. It can have a little glimmer of hope somehow. And I can FaceTime with my daughter. That type of advancement in technology is outlandish to think about back in the day. And we were celebrating big time that Artemis went up there and did.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, they made that phone call, too, back then, right?
Mm-hmm. They had phones. Yeah.
It was a direct line.
Called to the moon.
So they had to do the...
Yeah, the rotary. Yep.
Not NASA.
Yeah.
NASA didn't have to do that.
But on that note, way to do it back there in 1969.
That's right.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it is.
Think about how incredible that had to be in 1969.
Kidding me?
That's like whenever somebody just first created electricity. Who did that with the key?
Ben Franklin.
Yep.
There it is. Think about how pumped they were when they found out that they didn't have to just use the fire stuff. We can actually.
It won a war. They got to the moon and it won a war.
Yeah, the Cold War you're referring to? Yeah, I'm pumped we won that. Yeah. I'm certainly pumped. But they even had to think to themselves over there, really? The moon? That's really far. Mm-hmm. Holy shit. They were just kind of captivated by it. They had to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for us.
And having the foresight for Neil Armstrong to be you know what, I'm going to bring my golf bag up here.
Smart.
So I can, tee this up and hit that. I love that. I love that. Hey, I know there's a lot of important shit in here. I got a nice golf bag. I need that thing to be total, in good shape when we get up there. I want to flush a 4-iron off the dark side of the moon. I love that.
And that's how sports ties into this.
Exactly.
And that's why we always have to talk about it, because sports were represented.
They were.
In outer space at the moon. Join us now, ladies and gentlemen, is a man who represents sports in a beautiful way. We're so thankful that he is now becoming basically full-time analyst on ESPN for the NBA, especially in the middle of this beautiful NBA playoff run that started with a bunch of boring-ass games.
Yep.
And don't look now, more bores on the way.
Oh, no.
Or is it boring? Maybe we just don't know enough. Joining us now, NBA champion, ladies and gentlemen, Iman Shumpert.
Yeah, Sean.
What's up, Sean?
My guys, what's going on?
What do you got?
Pat, I don't know if it was boring. We saw a lot of good stuff out there. I don't know if it was boring.
Okay, so you're saying a lot of good highlights, a lot of good plays by the good teams, even though the good teams are beating the bad teams, except for the Pistons. Let's talk about that right there. What happened with Detroit? I know you were high up on Detroit, obviously, whenever the Hornets were when the Hornets were going to potentially get this spot, you actually said, Hornets, that's fun. That's a fun story. That's a cute story. The Pistons were waiting on them, though. Now, I felt like the same type of energy was being had with the Orlando Magic. Is this a bad matchup for the Pistons? What happened here?
Not at all. I think that the Orlando Magic have answered whatever issue that we've had with them. Everybody was questioning them. Everybody was pointing fingers at them. The thing about the Magic that I like so much right now is most times when they're challenged in the media, guys are challenged by their coach, they all crumble. I think they came together and they accepted the challenge. They have come out and they've played passionate. They have played together. They have played with a willingness to communicate. You see their defense going up, and that's what I pay attention to. I pay attention to all the bright spots they have, and then at the end of the game, they got Franz Wagner, who decided, you know what? If Paolo Banchero can't figure it out in these crucial times, I know I can figure it out. And at the end of that game, they played through him and looked like a totally different team. It will be interesting to see if game 2 they do the same things and go to Paolo Banchero early on, let Bane kind of, determine how the games go after that. And then at the end, go to their closer in Wagner, because they look like a totally different team when he had the ball in his hands playing from the top.
Okay, so if we had to give a alert level for Pistons fans from 1 to 10, 1 being, hey, no worries here. It's just serious. Don't even worry about the first game. If anything, you're the number 1 seed. Detroit has a history of having massive success in the postseason, so don't even worry about what just happened there in game 1. 10 being, hey, this is not good. This could be a problem if this is what the Magic are going to be doing. If you were a Detroit Pistons fan.
Well, I'm a Bulls fan, but I would say that they have about I say a 5, because this could be one of two things. Detroit was sitting at home, not feeling like there's much of anything to do right now. You get stuck in that rut of waiting on the playoffs. You're excited, but there's no game, so you kind of lose a bit of rhythm. Looking at a guy like Cade Cunningham, you're not sure how it's going to go for him. You're looking at the rhythm. You're looking at the steps. The Magic look like a team that just got done playing, that just got done with all those reps and repetition. They've been in closing matches. They've had the game where they feel like, we didn't come out particularly well in that first play-in game. But this second game, we really got to take it up a notch. They felt like this matchup is for them. I think they jumped on them early, and they did what all teams do, which is you're supposed to go on the road and steal 1. What Detroit has to worry about is saying, hey, we cannot let them steal 2. Stealing 2 changes the series. I think stealing 1, I kind of expected them to not. I expected Detroit to close this one out. I'm not going to lie. Wagner, he definitely surprised me toward the end. I expected Detroit to close this out, but I would be nervous to say, I don't want the Orlando Magic to say we figured out the recipe for the end of games, because at the end of games, sometimes they don't close well. If they start playing through Wagner, I think it changes things a lot.
Okay. Detroit is at a 5 panic meter in Iman Shumpert's eyes. How's that make you feel, Fox? He feels like you were okay with the 5.
I'll take a 5 all day, because I was at a 10 for sure. As a fan, I watched that game and I said the Magic were supposed to be a top 1, 2, 3 seed at the beginning of the season, and they played like ass all regular season. And I'm like, did they figure it out? Is that team back? And is that who we're playing right now as an 8 seed? That's a problem. But Iman says 5. I'm good with that.
What was the stat on how many? Go ahead, Sean.
I'm only saying that 5 because you got to think, Kay's coming back. He's still finding his way. He took a couple of tough shots that I felt like not what he usually does. He kind of was forcing the issue a little bit more than I've seen him do in the past. But his is all about rhythm as we look at it. The thing that I was nervous about with the Pistons was the legs, the pop, the exaggerated defensive closeouts. You didn't see that out of the Pistons yesterday, and I think that's all to do with them just not having a game for a week.
Seems like an 8 or 9 panic meter in my eyes, but I'm not an NBA champion. Our conversation with Iman Shumpert continues digitally on YouTube, ESPN Plus, Disney Plus, TikTok Live, and X. We can't thank you enough for allowing us to do this for a living. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice might change your life. Goodbye. Hey, I'm going to tell you, fresh out of WrestleMania, with whatever's going on with my neck, I was too fast for my own good earlier, you saw that? Hitting that right on the screws right there. Yeah. That one felt pretty good. Yeah. Iman, I don't know if you saw that. I mean, that was a
hanging curveball.
Yeah, right there. Fresh out of what just happened with this.
Yeah.
I'm pretty proud of myself. Yeah. Okay, so you're not that panicked about Detroit. I like to hear that. And hopefully the Pistons will win for your sake, because Orlando Magic fans, I don't even think they were Orlando Magic fans during the playing game. So the fact that you guys are about to get beat by them potentially, that's a sad state of affairs up there in Detroit. I don't like it.
Just need the young guys to step up. That's all this is. Young team, need the young guys to go.
All right, number 1 overall seed. That's incredible news. Let's stay in the East. Let's go to the state of Ohio. AJ has a question for you, Sean.
Yeah, Cavs are up 1-0. They play tonight against the Raptors. And with the addition of James Harden, I guess, what have you seen from him? They acquired him earlier this year. What have you seen from this Cavs team with Harden? Obviously, we know what they're able to do with Mitchell and the other talent around him. But what are the chances of this Cavs team going on a run?
I like the Cavs. I think they're just in a tough position dealing with the top of the East. Boston and Detroit just scare me on their schedule. The New York Knicks scare me on their schedule. They have matchups that they can win. But when I look at the Cavs, I just see a Donovan Mitchell that is benefiting so much from James Harden. And it's not just when James Harden rewards him with an assist. It's not just when he comes off of a ball screen. Sometimes it's just the attention that James Harden commands when he has the ball or he's on the floor, allows people to have to be in a single coverage a lot of the time against Donovan Mitchell. Even if just for 2 dribbles, Donovan Mitchell is extremely dangerous if left in single coverage where you have something else to worry about, because it becomes a pick your poison type of situation. I think James Harden is also doing a great job in pitching ahead and making people dangerous earlier on in the shot clock before getting it back, which makes you always have to deal with him in a closeout situation, which we've seen doesn't benefit anybody when he goes to that dribble package and wants to get up a quick 3 or a 3 that can potentially land in somebody getting another foul and a 4-point play. I really like them. It's just the top of the East is tough, and the top of the East is tough defensively with multiple people that can guard in the backcourt. Right now, what you're seeing is James Harden and Donovan Mitchell may be too much for the Toronto backcourt.
Okay, let's talk about the top of the East and the backcourts. You were at the Knicks game, I heard, courtside. We're on the wood. Hey,
Yes,
you were
sir.
bopping wood.
Yeah.
You were bopping wood at the game, I heard.
Yeah. I was there, man. Shout out to the New York Knicks, man. The organization always take care of former players, man. It was a good game.
Yeah, I mean, I got canceled out of courtside tickets over there at Madison Square Garden directly from the top, which I completely understand and respect and appreciate. But you were there, boots on the ground, obviously on the wood. What do you think about this Knicks team? We got a real deal, because whenever they were playing the Pacers last year, that guy right there, Jalen Brunson, there would become just like periods where it felt like it was an hour and a half of my life where I'd see that guy with the ball and he wouldn't miss, just like refuse to miss, basically. How do you feel about this Knicks team maybe making a run this year again?
I like it. I told everybody early on in the season that I felt like the New York Knicks had the East. It didn't seem like anybody else had anything that screamed on their roster that they should be doing this. The Boston Celtics were a pleasant surprise. The Detroit Pistons were a pleasant surprise. But we all looked at the Knicks, especially with that run that they made last year and all the decisions and moves that they made to put that team together. They are built to win the East, and there was a lot of pressure on them. The reason I enjoyed watching them is because Jalen Brunson got off to a quick start. He then controlled flow and made sure to share the sugar. I thought he picked a lot of spots to just turn down moments that we're used to seeing him aggressive, moment that we're used to seeing him take 20 and 30 dribbles in one possession and forcing the issue a little bit more. But he deferred. They kept running that blast action, getting Cat involved on that pinch post, letting 2 cutters go by. Cat overthrew a couple of them, but you saw him throwing that late pass down the lane to a lot of guys and getting guys involved. And I felt like when he stayed involved within direct action, it led to him having enough rhythm at the end to say, hey, I could turn it on, which is where you saw him get to his mark, scoring the ball. But the Knicks playing to their ability right now, I just think at the end of games, we need to be able to trust in that 2-man game. There's times that they don't score well together. And I just want to make sure that at the end of games, we don't go away from that, because once you have a 2-man game where everybody knows it's coming, you got to then raise the question, can anybody stop it?
Iman saying, hey, let's not get stupid here like we do every single fucking year. Okay,
here we go.
Let's continue to, okay? They say you get tired, but I say we're not running any 2-man. We don't have any threat of anything down the stretch, basically. So that's what you're saying right now, basically?
Yeah, I think it really comes down to X's and O's. The Knicks play hard enough to keep themselves in the conversation. It's always a 2-3 possession game down the stretch. Rarely do you see them just give up and lay down. The Knicks go out there and they compete, and that's half the battle. They're not great defensively, but they're still sound. I think they make a lot of moments up that other teams have shot blockers that in a higher frequency. I think Mitchell Robinson is just, dealing with some tough stuff right now. They already started to hack a Robinson early, just to get him out the game. But that's all. It all comes within strategy. I think that the Knicks just really need to just, relax in the pocket of saying, we're going to hang our hat on the defensive end, which we knew they would, dealing with their head coach and his history. You're going to hang your hat on the defensive end, but if you're going to lose at the end, you're going to lose with your guys that you went to go get. It needs to be Jalen Brunson and Cat. You need to be able to put pressure on them and say, if we lose, we lost our way. And that's all I'm asking for.
Good luck to the Knicks. You guys make it a long way and then fire your coach. Okay? And then the Pacers, we were game 7 of the finals. Mm-hmm. We're in a lottery now. It's a quick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It is a quick.
Oh, yeah.
It is a very real thing. So the fact that the Knicks are always in it, I think if I was a Knicks fan, would make me excited. Bruce, who's a diehard Knicks fan, obviously excited for this team this year, it sounds like.
Oh, yeah. Much better than last year. Like, we are much improved in the Mike Brown era. A lot of it is the X's and O's offensively. I think the Knicks were like 22-12 against winning teams this season. They were 12-22 last year, and there was all that talk about how they can't compete with the top of the NBA. That narrative's out. We're ready to roll.
Let's go to the top of the East, shall we? Ty has a question for you.
Yeah, Shump, so I know we're talking about the Knicks a lot, and that's great, but, I mean, you watch the Celtics, and it looks like Tatum, nothing ever happened to him. He's completely fine. He almost has a triple-double the other night. Brown is doing what he's been doing all season. You got Luka Garza just absolutely filling up the bucket off the bench, and they just beat the shit out of the 76ers.
Oh, yeah.
How, I guess if you're playing on the Celtics, how difficult is it to kind of stay engaged in this series when you probably know you're just going to beat the shit out of them? You're kind of looking to who you have next. And ultimately, can anyone in the East beat the Celtics? I know we're talking about the Knicks a bunch here, but just watching these guys play, it just seems like they are much better than everyone else in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, they definitely look head and shoulders above right now. I can't act like that I don't feel the same. I think everything changes with a matchup. We expected them to look this way against a Philly team that didn't feature Joel Embiid. We all understand why they beating the shit out of these people right now. It's not a lay down thing. It's not an X's and O's. They don't have their big brother around. It's easy to beat up on the little brother when the big brother ain't there. So that's what's happening right now. It's not that the Celtics wouldn't already go out there and have their way. We forget that this team is built for success. This was the blueprint. This is what OKC mimicked, saying we're going to go 10 guys deep. We're going to live and die by the 3, but we're also going to get up and pressure. Then they became the DNA. They became the blueprint. We'll see if they repeat. But Boston has always had the DNA of that. They'll switch players and they'll go get other players, but they usually get players that mimic the way they play. And they play the same way all the time. Anytime you play that consistent, it becomes incredibly difficult, especially now that they have Tatum feeling like he's back into that superstar bounce. It was good to see him really lift off of that leg and really trust. He took a couple of long steps within traffic. Anytime I see him trust it like that, that's always a really good thing as a Boston Celtics fan.
How he has responded post-Achilles has been spectacular to watch, especially as somebody who has a quarterback who's going through an Achilles recovery who got done by the same doctor, I do believe. That's great news for the Colts. But for the Boston Celtics, not only Tatum just picking right up where he left off, Mazzulla's a psycho, but also, from my understanding, you guys brought in a secret weapon this late into the season, Connor?
Yeah, last week, Lethal Shooter came to town, and you could say that he had a great effect because I don't think a basketball touched the rim on any of their shots in the first quarter. It was one of the most impressive displays of shooting I've ever seen.
Iman, is that, Lethal Shooter, obviously.
Yeah.
How is he not on a fucking team? And then also, is this coach? He literally went and coached the Celtics.
Yeah,
right?
he was there for those few days off after the end of the season.
Okay, can't wait to get him in here, okay, because we're never going to miss, seemingly. Sure. But what is it? Is that a new specialty that people are I've never seen a guy miss. I mean, first time, then he understands it.
Sure.
Then I see him.
The internet, all right? Don't ask Shump why isn't this guy in the NBA? Come on now. We see a lot of gimmicks on the internet.
Come on,
I think
Shump, don't you be fucking laughing at Lethal Shooter either.
Hold on.
I like
now
Lethal
we can
Shooter.
go look up Lethal. You could go look up Lethal in college now. He ain't no just
Oh no, he a hooper.
Like
he a hooper.
Oh no, he got a real clip on him though. Like it's for real.
Yes.
Like he could have went. He could have went. It's just like you got to remember a lot of things in the NBA. There's a ton of guys that didn't make it because the situation didn't fit. It's like if they were to come out of college 2 years later, the league kind of changed and they were a perfect fit. And some guys just missed it by a year, missed it by 2 years. Okay. It's a lot of different times that happens. If somebody needed a shooter coming out of college, when he was coming out, if somebody really needed him and they gave him a shot, why can't he be a Anthony Morrow type player? You know what I mean? You got to really think about it. Like, he's not one of those guys that I would call an internet guy, because I know a bunch of guys that are internet guys.
Hey, Shump, clear it up.
Okay, thank you.
Certified
Lethal
hooper.
shooter, hell yeah.
Yes.
And thank you for the years of entertainment and the ingenuity to make a shooting of basketball into something it could be. When he started debuting the spiked rim.
Oh, man.
I was like, oh, this fucker's on to something, dude. This guy's going to start doing something. Then him and Red Bull started doing some crazy shit shooting on the moon. I think he was in a helicopter at one point.
Gummy bear.
Yeah, the gummy bear into the bottle.
Yeah.
I understand it now.
You do. Yeah, I'm happy to hear that.
Now.
I think the Celtics do too, which is kind of an issue. Let's go to the West, shall we? Go ahead, Connor.
Yeah, Shump, it felt like the one good series we were going to get was going to be Rockets-Lakers, and there was actually a video posted of Kevin Durant not missing in warm-ups, and then the NBA sent someone to bang his knees so that Luka could get back sooner rather than later and kind of extend this series. Not sure what the hell happened there, but what did you see in Rockets-Lakers? LeBron back to his same old antics. I think he had 13 assists in game one, so he's dealing the ball as well. Do you see this one going 7, or once Luka gets back, is this thing all she wrote?
I don't know, because I honestly didn't expect even the 3 days in between games. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff involved with seeing if we gonna see 77 put the jersey on. But I think it went exactly how I thought it would go.
Okay.
To dare come out there without KD, I think off sheer disrespect alone, LeBron was gonna ensure that however it needed to get done, it was going to get done. Luke Kennard came out there and played, amazing, having his playoff season high. I thought DeAndre Ayton got out there and got involved exactly how he should. Just be efficient, play around the rim, don't make any excuses, have some pep in your step. He went out there and gave us all we wanted to see. Marcus Smart went out there and did exactly what I feel like he's supposed to do in playoff form. He doesn't get a lot of credit for a lot of the intangible things that he does, but he does them. But the Lakers went out there and did what I thought they were going to do. I don't expect much out of Houston without KD out there. We saw how much their field goal percentage, their three-point percentage.
Whoa. I heard that if LeBron beats this Houston team with what is currently set up for the Lakers, the GOAT discussion is over.
Yeah.
That's what Perk said.
And now it's happening. Now we got a guy, Chicago Bulls jerseys all around his fucking office.
Yep.
Okay? All over the place, saying he's supposed to beat this team. He's supposed to be Houston. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you.
Hold on.
I'm talking about you.
I get it. And I get it. Perk puts a lot of pressure on them, and they're going to make sure I get it. Hey, man, it's all great for TV. If KD don't play if he don't play, and Bron will dog walk this shit. Like,
all right, okay, good.
I'm being 100% serious though. It's not gonna be like this dominating version of LeBron, but Bron's best attribute is his basketball mind. He does matchups better than anybody that we've seen, and that's from matching up as a team. Who gets to shoot on what side of the court, what percentages will work out in his head. That's what he's good at. So KD better get healthy. If KD's not healthy and Houston has to manufacture points in a brand new way that they haven't done all year when they've gotten comfortable doing everything as Sengun being the second option, like, we're not going to still have that anymore? You telling me that people can now tilt and load up on my side of the floor and none of those driving lanes are available? I did not like what I saw out of Houston without Kevin Durant. And so if they're going to put that pressure on Bron, I don't know how it makes them the GOAT. Michael Jordan is still bald with baggy shorts. It's cool. Don't even worry about that. But it is a very important series when you break down that Kevin Durant just sat out the game one. Like, for Kevin Durant to sit out that game and give the Lakers a taste of it really just gave them a deep breath to take, because I was worried they wouldn't even get a game. I thought they would just run them, and they wouldn't get a game. KD sits out, it changes things.
I hope KD's okay. Hope we get a good series out of that. And I'm appreciative of the fact that LeBron's the GOAT, man. Hey, listen, I guess he's going to have to win 5 NASCAR races.
Yeah,
true.
Okay, LeBron's going to have to win 5 now. Feels like Michael Jordan and his team are starting to figure out the NASCAR thing.
Oh, yeah. He's got to win that deep sea fishing championship.
True.
That, with the Marlin.
Yep.
I think you got to go catch a big Marlin
Yep.
out there. He's going to have to get a couple good golf courses.
Sell more shoes.
Yeah, a lot more shoes.
A lot more shoes.
Going to have to sell a lot more shoes. But if he's just carrying the Lakers at the age of 41, there's a real combo happening all of a sudden, isn't it? It seems like there's a real combo.
He's the best. He's the best as far as the longevity of a career, being a professional on and off the court.
He's the GOAT.
Of course.
Let go.
He the GOAT in a lot of different conversations. I totally understand. It's just that black 23, man. That black 23 was different.
I got a lot of his shoes here.
Man, he was different, man.
Yeah.
He was different.
Yeah, that's what they said. I was watching The Last Dance, and he certainly was.
He was different. But I'm a Chicago kid. Who knows? I could have grew up in Ohio and Bron would be the GOAT. I could have grew up in Detroit, then Bron would have been the GOAT. You know what I mean? I hated on Kobe's greatness for the longest just because I wasn't from LA. Then I realized I was a fan the whole time because I know way too much about Kobe Bryant to be acting like I'm not a fan.
I do like how sports creates that, though.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's a real
It
thing
does.
that happens in sports that doesn't happen anywhere else. So I appreciate our sports world more and more every day. Last Dance, though, Iman, I think I could play in the NBA whenever Jordan was playing. I want to let you know that I think I could play in that NBA. You give me 6 months, I think I could potentially get the handles to get into that NBA. We're only watching.
I don't know, man.
Iman, they were dribbling. This was the best teams, right? All those things were all playoff runs. So those were the teams that were in the playoffs. So I'm assuming.
You think that's how that's how we beat Gary Payton? You think they was dribbling like that? You think Portland was dribbling like that?
No, the bottom of the league.
Utah was dribbling like that. John Stockton was dribbling like that.
Okay,
John Stockton was coming off the ball screen, putting nail in coffin with Karl Malone, buddy. We wasn't even supposed to win that game. Karl Malone and John Stockton had me fearing for my life.
Thank you,
Fearing
Sean.
for my life.
All right, I understand.
Y'all gonna stop disrespecting old Sean Kemp was out here punishing people at the rim. That's just
Right,
right.
man.
Bottom of the league. I'm talking worst team. I'm talking worst
Don't
team.
do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Taking teams in this league right now.
got
It's
18
taking teams in this league right now. They trying to get college players. They betting on 8th graders. They're going to get 8th graders right now. They thinking about the freshmen in high school saying, when is he going to be available? They trading for that.
That's what I'm saying.
That's in the league every year. We had to beat shit. Like, we not going to act like the Bulls. Why we always acting like the Bulls, they had to do what they had to do?
Let's get to the bad boys.
Beat Magic. They like, it was late Magic. So?
Hey, congrats to the Bulls. Congrats to the Bulls. Thanks for what you did for basketball. And Michael Jordan, thank you for what you did to basketball. I would like to say that.
We beat Charles. Charles still mad about it.
No, people throw that in Charles' face all the time, though. I think that's probably why he does it.
That's Charles. He pissed about it. He's supposed to be a champion. Not for that ball guy there, or that 2-3 over there. That's what I'm saying. That's why we talk about this. Y'all talking about the bottom of the league. I don't care about the bottom of the league. It's the bottom.
True. The top.
Well said.
Michael Jordan. I mean, and also kind of the international, for what's happening right now in the NBA. Michael Jordan.
He kind of birthed that.
Yeah.
Good, man. Pretty great.
Hey, you seeing you in this neck brace is so concerning, Pat, if I must say so myself, man. You can't be letting them do that to you, dog.
Everybody. It seemed like everybody. Even on the way out, the fans were saying things that were making the injury worse.
Oh my Lord, they went on my boy. They got my boy.
Iman, it was a bad day. It was a bad day. Sharks, you see that thing explode. That table could have never guessed the fucking jelly roll was going to be coming on.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah, I got splintered.
Of the three, which was the worst? Was the jelly or
Yeah, that one was. To be clear, none of them were.
Or the RKO?
This was that guy just said something very rude to me, and then I wondered about my mom watching at home and if she thought I was gonna be okay. So I was like, I gotta give her an okay.
Are those licensed paramedics?
Yeah, there you go.
And obviously that's for everybody here. Just one of those. That was Coda. Yeah, Coda's a licensed Las Vegas paramedic.
Okay. Good fade.
He was a good man. He talked me down a lot, and then he was the one that. Jesus, Iman, did you see that? Did you see that?
So good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, boy. That's a dangerous. Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh no, not my boy.
Yeah, Iman.
Now that I would have went on the stretcher after that one. That's the stretcher.
That was before. That was right before. I mean, that went right into the table.
Nah,
I mean,
you just got right up too. Like, I'd have been asked for my neck brace and my stretcher.
I didn't ask for anything, Iman. Okay, they sent out what they thought I needed, and I'll get my scans back tomorrow. Thank you. Then I came down thinking I could count 1, 2, 3. Look, Randy, that's my guy. That's Saturday night, Iman. That's Saturday night.
Randall.
Hey. Oh, man.
Yeah, then I'll tell you what, though, I didn't let it slow me down afterwards, did we?
Nah, not at all.
I went and gambled. I played a lot of blackjack. I went to a nightclub.
Yeah.
I felt like a 95-year-old man in a nightclub. Went and saw 50 Cent. We had a good time watching 50.
Oh, yeah.
It was like a trip back in time.
Tyrese looks like he's having a great time.
Tyrese was having a good time. I will say Tyrese was having his WrestleMania
Good
moment.
spirits.
Yeah, he was
Good
a
to see him in good spirits.
You said.
That's fine.
Do you guys have shingles now?
I've never.
No, that's not how that works.
Shit.
Actually, I'm not sure. We will find out. Tyrese, you're in on Tyrese.
Oh yeah, never been more in on Hallie. Kidding me? Absolute.
He had a great performance.
Oh yeah.
He had a great performance, I will say. Through multiple settings, Tyrese had a great performance in all of them.
Would have been nice if Kittle would have just let him drink that beer.
Well, Kittle and him working the gimmick right there too. I like.
They were.
Kittle had a lot of beers. I would say.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah.
Kittle had a lot of beers. I will say he's coughing. He's thirsty. Is that what he's selling there?
I don't know.
Oh, here's that beer. Kittle says, "Give me that." Iman, this could be you next year at WrestleMania. Let George Kittle chug your beers. I think the beer relatively affordable.
Really?
I think so.
I just don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna make it if the playoffs is on. There's some good stuff going on, bro. I don't know. I don't know if I could do that over the playoffs. I watch the recap though.
Yeah, the clips. Watch the clips. I get it. I understand what you're saying.
I get the clips. I gotta watch the game live, dog. It's some good shit out here.
Yeah, you're right. And there's an alien playing currently in the West. Go ahead, D-Bud.
Yeah, while we kind of still talk about the GOAT convo, MJ, Bron, Wemby is kind of like the first player I've seen since Bron that kind of has that GOAT potential on both sides of the court. Now, he just had his playoff debut last night, dropped 35. They pretty much handled the Trailblazers wire to wire. But what's your expectations for him now and going forward? Because watching him, Steph Castle, I'm like, man, this team can be on a real run right here. What's your thoughts on Wemby and the Spurs?
I like him. I think if anybody has something to say about the OKC Thunder repeating, it's going to be the Spurs. The only other way I could see it is the Boston Celtics just becoming a better matchup throughout the 7-game series. I think it'll take them a couple games to figure it out, but Boston can always pose the question, I feel. But coming out of the West especially is important for them because they are the only team that can match up with the OKC Thunder. And it is because they have an exceptional athlete in Victor Wembanyama, and they have a great backcourt that defensively can probably one of the only backcourts that can match up with OKC. It's just OKC is so deep a team, man. It's so much pressure, so much all the time. I can't put any expectation on the Spurs, but I can say that I'm very excited for them. I'm not going on the hill with Perk and saying that they gonna win their first time around because I do, I go with the game and the history of the game, and it says that he's too young. He needs his heart broke. So
Thunder.
I think he gonna need a heartbreak. He gonna need a heartbreak, and I think the Thunder are gonna be the ones to do it.
I can't wait to see what the offseason looks like if Wemby goes through a heartbreak. He might write an album.
Yeah, he might.
He might write an entire music album.
or he gained that 20 pounds that Giannis went and gained. You remember when Giannis gained the 20 pounds and came back, and we was like, wait, how do we stop that? He was just Bambi. He was the deer in headlights, falling all around. You could push Giannis in his hip and he'd fly out of bounds. So he kind of would miss a lot of his finishes. And then he got real strong. And them hips got tight. And all of a sudden it was pop. And he was in the air on top of everybody's head. It's like, does Wemby get that weight or does he stay nimble? Because I also like him being elusive. He's kind of slithery how he gets by people. Yeah, it's kind of.
He got it behind the back there at 7 what? How tall is he?
7'4".
Fast.
Yeah, like is he? I want to know, does he stay Kevin Durant-ish or does he start going more toward the Giannis body type? It would be interesting to see on how he works on his body. But the sky's the limit for this dude. The way he competes on both sides of the floor is exceptional. Even the way he talks about basketball, the way he embraces challenges, he is so good for the basketball world.
Hey, that's what you guys used to do, like after a whistle was blown and somebody would try to take a shot at a hoop, guys started blocking those shots, right? Then I think
that's
it was
the KG rule.
KG started blocking them, can't get it, no free bucket here. Then AI, I think he threw one like way
to the moon,
Yeah, people are having to shoot like that against Wemby. Like that little floater right there reminded me of when AI was trying to steal the extra shot or whatever.
Yep.
It's insane. That's a whole new style.
That's another thing.
Yeah.
That's another thing we've talked about. He takes away the floater. Sometimes people have tried to do that, and he still blocks it. Like right here, that's an unorthodox floater. Like nobody should have to float that high. You shouldn't have to extend your arm that early. That is wow.
Yeah, floater. It's like those that dog. You know when the dogs do the dock jumping?
Yeah.
And they like chase a ball that's going out there?
Yeah.
Like I wonder how high you could put one for Wemby. Like if it was like if it was volleyball. Volleyball, they'll like set it high, tell somebody to go get it.
14 feet.
How high could Wemby get if he had to go get one?
Unbelievable.
14,
if he had to, right?
If he had to go get one.
If he had to go do it.
If he because like in practice we won't get it ever. I don't think. Like if it was a game.
No reason.
How high can he?
However high that was right there.
I think he could have kept going.
Unbelievable. That's unbelievable.
Right.
But that's the other thing about it is he's got some strong hands. He gets a fingertip on a lot of these shots. Sometimes people are throwing passes, and just his finger alone changes the direction. A lot of times it'll change the spin of the ball. It'll ricochet a little bit, but when he seems to get a deflection, it's always a total redirection of the ball. I can only imagine that his hands are stronger than they appear. You could probably ask Abdia. He slapped him dead on the back doing that back behind the back move right there. But the cool thing that the Portland Trailblazers are going to have to realize, and Drew Holiday is going to benefit from this the most. I'm excited to see Game 2. They have to reestablish in their mind that there is a lost art of the mid-range jumper. The mid-range jumper cannot go away when you play this team. And I say that to say you have to be able to go off of a ball screen. You have to be able to put their defender on the hip. Then you're going to have to be able to play within that flirting range of can he block it or can he not block it? When you shoot that mid-range jumper, sometimes Wemby bites. If he bites and goes for the contest, you now have somebody that has an offensive rebounding lane. If you don't do that and you go for the bait and think that you could just leave it on the rim with a floater, you deal with the results that we just saw.
Okay, we got to mid-range the shit out of the alien down there in San Antonio. Good luck to all parties trying to do that. Iman, thank you for making time for us, man. You're the best.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all, man.
We would like some more non-biased punditry, though.
Yeah, right down the middle.
Oh,
Yeah, frozen. That's weird. Interesting. Live from Shump Street, Iman Shumpert. Thank you.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what, he was ready to go to war right there for them Bulls.
Yeah,
always.
Made some good points.
He did bring up some good stuff. I still think my answer was never. I could have been on one of the ass teams, down at the bottom.
I'm trying to think.
I could have been on one of the ass teams.
Probably Pacers.
I wish we could throw you out there and see. Maybe you find out the same way you just found out about the business.
Uncalled for.
I don't know if I'm getting crossroads, jelly rolled, and then RKO'd. Maybe I'm the one doing that.
They had the Jordan rules. Bad boys they had to get through. Lambeer and them boys. Rodman.
Okay, so that's
Isaiah.
Detroit. Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Bad boys.
You guys are talking about like 4 teams.
The playoffs.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying first game of the season. Worst team. I'm on the fucking
the Knicks. And
Washington
Celtics.
Bullets.
Flint Tropics.
Knicks are good.
I'm on the
That's
Flint Tropics.
How many you putting up? How many points you got to score?
No, I'm defensive specialist. I'm passing that thing.
3-3.
Yeah, I might hit it. 3 and D, definitely. I'm bopping wood out there. I'm talking about the Flint Tropics. Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
NBA kind of has always only been 4 to 8 teams if you think about it.
I'll tell you, people do not like the way this season has gone with the obvious good, obvious bad. I don't know how they fix it. I'm excited to hear. There was something that Adam Silver this weekend. There was a rumor or something. I forget what it was. Fuck. Tier. Maybe Ryan Smith said something about it. Like a tier. Like if you qualify to be a part of it, as opposed to having to outright, you could like qualify for that particular thing. Like, are you rebuilding? Or I forget how he worded it. It's like, I like that they're trying to figure it out. But every game being a 6-point spread, obviously basketball, it's only 2 shots, whatever the case. It's still like all year they had a 25.5 point spread.
Yeah.
All time.
It's like, that's not good.
I mean, it's the playoffs. The Celtics are favored by 14 points.
Yeah, so it's like, how do teams get better? And then now they're doing expansion. I don't know. It's all fascinating. It's all interesting. I guess content is content and events are events. If you can sell a ticket to an event, people will go to event. Okay, like here in Indianapolis, people will go to Pacer games if they have friends in town. What is there going on Tuesday? Oh, we can go to a Pacer game. Let's go to a Pacer. So it's a live event. I get that. But from a watching and like buying in perspective, sometimes it's hard to know who's trying. Now, playoff basketball, though.
Yes.
Everybody wants a piece.
Oh, yeah.
Even the Orlando Magic are trying to take a little bite of that. They're going right into Detroit and smacking them right in the mouth. Got all the people in Detroit already giving up hope on their number 1 seed, Detroit Pistons.
They should.
What?
They should give up hope.
I don't give up hope yet. But to counter your point, the Pistons were bad for like 10 years. Couple good draft picks. Boom, they flipped the switch. Same with the Spurs.
Yep.
They were horrible for years. Couple good draft picks. They flipped the switch. So I assume that's what Adam Silver's going to pitch to everyone. And that's Ryan Smith's problem. Ryan Smith last week was like, hey, like we've been bad for a while and we haven't moved up in the lottery. That's a problem. And so it's hard to get better when you don't do that.
He said, we're in a good spot, though. We have gotten to the point now where we will be going. He said, but there's other teams that are, hey, don't look now. There's other teams that are about to be trying to do what we basically just kind of got out of the tail end of. And all these other teams. It's been a known system, I guess.
Just pulling into the pits right now. That's what he's, talking about pit stops and takes 4 years to get back out onto, pit lane.
Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, to help in the current situation to maybe give a prognostication on what is currently happening as we await my scans, which will be returned tomorrow morning. Former NFL doctor, obviously founder of the Central Injury.
PFI, is it? Pro Football Injury?
Yeah, Sports Injury Central.
Yes. Oh, there it is. SIC.
Which I did not get to see the video of mine if they did one, but we are asking for it now, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. David Chow.
Yeah, Doc.
What's going on, Doc? So
we'll give you a live recap of this. My question for you is harder hit, jelly roll on you, or are you taking a hit in the NFL?
Okay, good question. I think in the NFL I blacked out mentally, didn't really remember the thing. For the jelly roll one, my whole body stopped working. I don't know if you saw it. It was it just couldn't really operate it for whatever reason. So I think there's maybe some nerve. You see my head bob, my head bob back and forth there. So maybe it's a nerve. I can't have anything broken here, right, Doc? But it wasn't just this. You gotta remember, I got the crossroads, which is a lot of ripping on the neck. So I got, boom! Okay, we don't know.
Whiplash.
We don't know if that potentially did anything either there, Dr. David Child's right back up there. I'm a fucking cat. And then, boom, watch this, Doc. And twisty woohoo.
Oh.
Okay, it could be whiplash as well because I'm coming to a complete stop, but also he's raking on my neck right there. And then to kind of cap it all off, after I do a 75-yard sprint with the neck brace on, because who knows, it's a lot of pain, I get this one, devastating, bang, right there. I mean, Doc, in my mind, with how it's feeling, especially after go. Oh, shorty, it's your birthday. We gonna party like it's your birthday. We gonna sip a card, you gonna kiss your birthday. Your birthday. And then many men did wish death upon me.
Yeah.
And blood in my bottom. And I ain't see. So I don't know if I've been treating it perfectly, but I have had this on. We're getting the scans back tomorrow. What do you expect that I'm going to hear whenever I see these scans between a C2 and a C5, Donner?
Well, look, I hope it's going to be good news. Look, you certainly strained your neck. You certainly took a lot of force on it. I'm actually surprised you didn't break a rib with that jelly roll thing and so forth. But you're playing hurt. You're playing hurt today for the fans. It's all good.
Okay, so what is projected recovery here with potential broken rib? Actually, I hadn't even thought about that. Now that you mention it, I do feel a little tenderness,
a little wheezy
right down here.
Couldn't tie your shoe because of that.
Yeah, I couldn't get down there. I didn't even think about my. Maybe we should get that scanned as well. Maybe a hairline fracture there that's kind of coming in now as the adrenaline's kind of wearing off. Neck strain. How long am I gonna? Of course, if the scans come back clean, which you are normally right there in everything you project. How long neck strain going to be bothering me? How long you think I got to have this thing on?
I think you're going to be stiff for a while, but I don't imagine that you're going to keep that neck collar on for very long. You're just, as soon as you get the MRI good, you're just going to be like one of the football players that just say, I'm going to roll with it, even though you play hurt without it, because you'll be tired of it. And you're already trying to move around a lot as it is. My money's on you recovering faster than most here. But I will say this, say what you will about WWE, and I covered ringside WWE before. The action is real. And the injuries are real. I mean, say what you will about it.
Yeah, thank you, Doc.
Well,
I agree.
Doc.
Okay. All right, thank you for that. Let's now turn our attention to the draft. Obviously, you've been a part of many of those, and the medicals matter so damn much. There's somebody that has seemingly been hurt ligament, bone, and muscle in his collegiate career, but so explosive. Go ahead, Tone.
Yeah, Pat's talking about Jordan Tyson at Colorado. He tore his ACL and I believe PCL as well, maybe MCL. And then he had the collarbone injury 2 years ago, right before the college football playoff, and then the hamstring issues this year. What did you see from Jordan Tyson's workout, and how do you think the NFL doctors will see him going into this draft?
We're not really that worried about Jordan Tyson, and we said it ahead of this special pro day, his personal pro day. Hamstring injuries always heal. Have we ever heard of one that didn't heal? He doesn't have a history of recurrent hamstring. Look at that athleticism. The collarbone, he plays football. It's a collision sport. It's healed. The knee is the issue, but remember the knee was multi-ligament and it was 2022. So you've got a lot of tape on him and how athletic he is and how he's recovered. So I actually don't see a lot of issues on him in terms of medical for this draft. And I think that's what you're hearing about him going up the draft board at this point in time.
Yeah, I think that's a huge deal. I think what you just said is a massive ordeal because for me, I'd be scared to death to have somebody that has so many injuries to draft to a 17-game season with a bunch of adults, faster and maybe even more physical than it's ever been at the highest peak of it, not necessarily every single play. It's like, how will this guy survive? You saying the injuries not seemingly correlated to each other, and his most recent one's a hamstring. He'll be back from that. You're saying that any draft class, this would be not a problem, or this draft class because it's not nearly as, I guess, blue chippy is what they say.
Yeah,
I guess in his time he would be considered blue chip.
First.
Are you saying any draft would view him that way, or this draft in particular?
Well, medical grades are different, just like personnel grades are different. What I'm saying here is medical isn't going to determine where he's drafted. I think he's fine medically. His talent will determine where he's drafted. And his talent might have him at the top of the wide receiver draft. And I think it will come to fruition there. Not worried about Jordan Tyson, despite all this injury-prone stuff, which I don't like that injury-prone term. The kid plays hard. His injuries are not related. And look at how he's performed in the years since his knee injury. Not real worried about him.
Wow, that's a huge statement coming from you, I think. I think Jordan Tyson's people are certainly going to be pumped to hear that as well. See?
Yeah.
That's what we've been saying this entire time. He has some Odell shit going on, in the workout. And then you watch some of the film, it's like, this guy's freaky out here. If you're able to get him, why not? But there's also potentially people trying to stir up a little shit right now, saying, you would never draft that.
Yeah, don't draft him.
Yeah, definitely not before the 14th pick. No, you never want to do that. We are in draft season. Not saying doctors do that, but certainly teams do it as they roll. Let's go to the NBA, another massive story. Go ahead, Ty.
Yeah, Doc, anything on Luka Doncic? Now there's, there's a chance that he's going to play Game 3. Maybe we see that there's an extra day off in between games for this series. What's your take on this? Do you think we're going to get a somewhat like 60% Luka, 70% Luka? What's your take on this?
Look, when you travel to Europe and you try and get all the special treatment, it's a grade 2 hamstring strain. We've been saying at Sports Injury Central all along, he's out for at least the first series. The Lakers will have to survive that for him to return. Here's the issue. I actually see Austin Reeves coming back before Luka Doncic. Austin Reeves can try and play through his rib issue and try and tough it out. Luka, if he comes back a game too early, he could be lost for the rest of the playoffs. So I don't see the Lakers doing that when it comes to a hamstring the way that it is for him. So I think they're going to have to get by Houston without him and then see what happens.
Okay, Doc, we appreciate you so much. Thank you for taking the time. I don't know where you are right now, but are you always in scrubs?
No, this was off kilter. Sometimes I'm lazy. I'm between surgeries, and so I'm in scrubs between surgeries. When it's a planned visit, I put on that Sports Injury Central red shirt. This was impromptu, so apologies.
No, apologies to us to not getting your report immediately after I had this neck injury. I should have asked. I should have immediately went to Sports Injury Central and said, hey, what should I be expecting here?
Help.
Because I was starting to freak out a little bit. And then they were like, don't worry about it. You go ahead and put this collar on. You'll be okay. Do whatever. I can go to a 50 Cent concert. There'll be a lot of this.
Yeah.
I do this. They say you do it with the collar on. You'll be safe. That's good news.
Take the under on your recovery. You're a football player.
Hell yeah.
Well said.
Hey, man, Doc.
Well said,
That's
Doc.
Dr. David Child.
Hey, doctor.
God, I needed that, didn't I? Man.
He knows.
He does know. 173 text messages after WrestleMania. Not one from him.
Really?
He's probably checking tape. Make sure you'll be okay, though.
Yeah, he didn't want to say, hey, hope you're okay.
He does want to
find out.
Yeah. Make a bad read on it.
Yeah.
That was interesting. I've been doing a lot of no phone stuff lately.
What else?
Masters.
Huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Augusta. WrestleMania, I had no sir. I had nothing. I was Amish. Came out of that thing afterwards. Ding 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 ding. I'm like, I wonder what happened.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
I did. I was like, something might have happened because we got a lot of stuff going on right now. There's a lot of stuff going on in our particular business. So I thought maybe something, really happened. And then I realized, everybody.
Yeah.
You okay, dude?
Yeah, I just got stretched out.
You okay, dude? Everything okay? I just saw Jelly Roll. Fuck Jelly Roll. A lot of that. Oh, we don't like Jelly Roll? What the hell happened with you?
No, we don't.
No. I think me and Jelly Roll are going to be okay.
Maybe you two, but the rest of us.
You're done on him?
Yeah.
I just didn't like that.
I mean, why
Joey
would
all right?
He could have put that to bed.
Who cares?
I'm sorry. Did we see what he did to you? I mean, you're apparently
calling
very
for it.
forgiving
He wanted
human
it.
being.
Yeah, but he was also telling the crowd, like, hey, I'm representing for you guys. I think Jelly Roll was just having a little rock star moment there. I think he was doing full rock star, Brett.
Okay. He could have figured it.
That's what I think he was doing.
Then he should have sang
matter.
the national anthem.
Well, Michael Cole's sitting there. It's happening right in front of you guys. I do appreciate D-Butt. There is an angle where D-Butt is actually pointing, going, no. Everybody else has their phone out watching me die. So, D-Butt, I appreciate you at least pointing.
He was living in the moment.
A lot of phones out there. Everybody seemed to be so happy when this thing broke with me on top of it. Then the stretcher comes out, shot with Coda and poor Miss Lady. I forget her name. I was talking to them as I was going. They say, you okay, Pat? I said, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think that guy was licensed either. That got you on that stretcher.
I don't think so.
If you're in Las Vegas and you go through something, I hope you don't. There's a chance that Coda and Miss Lady do come get you.
No, I hope not.
Well, I hope they don't have to
They
go to
threw
anybody
you on
ever.
that
I hope
stretcher.
nothing ever happens.
Jeez.
Worked.
I hope nothing ever happens. But yeah, I mean, shout out to Eddie Orengo helping out too. Mr. Jordan helping out. Thank you guys.
Is that your first time being on a stretcher?
Yeah.
Like taken out like that?
Yeah, first time ever. A lot of things happen in that wrestling.
There it is. Look at the crowd. So big.
Yeah. Yeah, so bad. Yeah. What a time to be alive.
The arm up.
Tore it all, man.
Oh, good.
I'll tell you what, you can stretch it out and come back. Nobody's talking about being a fighting ref.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? You only get one night. My shoe was untied, I just realized.
Yeah. Dangerous.
Happy I'm okay.
Ooh, so close.
I should have counted.
Well, you couldn't look down because your neck was potentially fractured.
I should have counted. Exactly. I can't just say.
And that's why the motion was a little slower. Tick slower.
Yeah, because in my head, it was a lot faster. Now that I'm watching it, it's kind of slower. And maybe that was the relay through the neck. And then against Gabe.
Was this just the Animal and Randy coming out? He just saw a human. He just saw red next to him, and
I think he thought maybe I should have caught quicker. I haven't really caught up with Randy.
could have just been the Viper coming out.
Saw the ref shirt too. He already had, Robinson once.
I'm just a little bit worried that Randy and I's friendship is going to be affected by this.
Yeah?
I mean,
I think it's going to have to. I got rid of my RKO Everybody shirt already.
Mm-hmm.
Voices in his head.
There's nothing you can't get by.
They cancel him, he understands.
Yeah, who knows
They
what voice?
talk to him.
What voice told him to do that to you?
Exactly.
Maybe Jelly Rolls.
Could have been Jelly.
He was thinking about the song Get By. And boom.
And he said, that's how I
Get by. Gotcha.
Jelly Roll's got a lot of hits.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of hits.
Son of a sinner, perhaps.
Doesn't excuse what he did.
He might have been thinking
I'll tell you what, when they do the getting a chance to experience that in the arena one more time, a couple more times.
His interest was
sick.
Pretty good.
Good fit.
Me and Randy were standing down there in the ring getting ready for a fight.
Yeah.
Getting ready to save the business. I'm telling Randy, you look good, champ. You look good, champ. People are taking pot shots at me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of pot shots at me.
What?
One of 50's guys.
50's guys?
Yeah, Fatso. Right over here. We'd go on to see him later.
Yeah.
Have a good time with him, man. He was a pretty good guy. That
Fuck
guy.
you, Pat.
Yep, big bingo.
Did he have that same energy later?
Oh yeah. He let me know, and I looked at him. I did remember him. He was me and him eye contact, 1-on-1 right here, because you do see each individual. person.
Oh, yeah.
Omar, right to your fucking
Close to you.
What side was Kittle on?
Kittle was talking shit to a lot of the crowd, I think, a lot of the time. But I told Kittle to go fuck himself, though. If we are wondering, I was in the ring and I looked at Kittle. Fuck you, Kittle.
Yeah, had to.
And Kittle goes. I go.
Tyrese get one too?
Fucking booze bag, drunk.
Tyrese
seeing red.
Deserved one because he was definitely on Cody's side.
Yeah, I was like,
We knew he was a crybaby. We
Tyrese's dad, though. Okay.
Big John?
Yeah. Let's talk about Tyrese Halliburton's dad. I would like to say, our guy.
Courtside again?
Our guy. Definitely my guy. Okay. He's a legend. I come out, everybody's middle finger, everybody's saying everything to me. I get in the ring, Big John Halliburton's front row. Thumbs up like this at me, smiling, waving. Everybody's flipping me off. Everybody in the building is flipping me off. And I'm flipping off after everybody, fuck you too. Hey, you fatso, yeah, right. And Big John Halliburton, big thumbs up and waving. So happy.
That's support.
And I looked at him and I was gonna say, I was gonna do it. But I just went to Cole. I said, oh, Zempic looking ass. To Cole. It was that's an interesting thing, man. Very rarely can you just walk into an arena or a stadium and everybody in there hates that you're there. That was a beautiful thing. That was a lot easier to see the people that were supportive of me, because they really stuck out. And I appreciate them going through it out there. I appreciate you guys going through it out there. Yeah, because,
We were getting
right away.
So I didn't know all those fucking fans were on the stage there. I mean, they were pretty close.
Yeah.
I mean, they were pretty close to the situation. I didn't do a lot. Yeah, I got a guy right there, too.
That was great.
Yeah, I got a guy right there, too. He was the one that was holding a sign that said Trash McAfee. As soon as I walked out, I saw it. I'm like, what's this guy all about? I'm fucking saving it. I don't think I should have got a full entrance. But if we're out here, let's fucking do it.
Yeah, bingo.
Every one of you needs to get
Absolutely.
it. Yep, you can take it. Sweet. Eat some.
With the red, too. Red letters.
Yeah, it was a good time, man. It was a good time out there. And, I guess I was mistaken a little bit by some of the things that I said.
Sure.
It happens.
That's going to happen, yeah.
I was just trying to gas up my guy.
Yeah. Save a business.
Hey, who's the real loser in this whole thing? Look at me. Look at me right now.
Yeah.
I got to finally meet fucking Cameron. Guy I fucking love. Hey, Ma.
What's
What's up?
Fucking met him finally. It is what it is. I was so pumped to meet him. Take a picture. I got a fucking neck bracelet.
Yeah.
Yeah. He probably respects
One of them Saturday Wrestlemania.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say it. And I didn't say it, by the way. And I do know rap songs well enough to not say it. Okay? Yes. As a white who does know every rap song and basically every word to it, I have to know it better. Okay? I have to know every song very well.
A big couple beats ahead.
I have to be. And there's no, we're too intoxicated, we're flowing right
Yeah,
now.
no.
Okay, I saw a lot of people tweeting, Pat definitely, some people were saying, did he say? And then everybody was like, no, that's Halliburton. And they're like, no, he knows the words back there. It's like, I come from an NFL locker room. Let's all please have some respect for my teammates and understand that would never happen. And it can't. But I'll tell you, it is a fine line when you're singing songs from 2004. Okay, and you know the words, kinda. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, if you're in a video in the back and you're rapping along, and you know it's a club, so you can't hear anything, you can't even get caught doing that. Hey, his fucking mouth just said it. I know it. You can't do any of that. So please know that would never happen. Now, Halliburton, he was putting on a show.
Yeah.
Halliburton was putting on a show, but that whole album, I mean, all 50 has to do is just just press play on Get Rich or Die Trying. We're going to do the whole fucking thing. That's all he has to do.
Thanks.
But there's 3 different albums that he has heat from, too.
Mm-hmm.
It was a great fucking show.
Played the Power intro song.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cameron got up there.
Unbelievable.
Favorite show.
I love
Rich
that
the
show.
Kid. Yeah, that might have been my favorite live show, too.
It was fucking incredible. I mean, it was a great show.
Yeah.
I told him that, actually. Hey, man, graduated high school in 05. Yep, I was the one that you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, all this shit was us, basically. Go every day. Mm-hmm. Thank you so much for your contributions to my life. No problem, man. Tap up. I'm like, all right, I need to get the fuck out of here.
10 out of 10 hospitality, too.
Unbelievable. Steak.
Yeah, 10 out of 10.
Drinks. Hey, what do you need? What do you need? What do you need? Come on here. We had a group of 10.
Yeah, we were deep.
We were deep. Dudes, all. And just like right in. Yeah, come on in. All right, sweet. We walk into a room. It was a big room.
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know if I should be here right now. Tony fucking Yayo.
Oh, man.
Unreal.
The Real Report.
Yeah.
Him and Uncle Murda. Love that. We need you on the show, actually. You got it, fucking Tony Yayo. No problem, man. Nice to meet you. I'm in this. Sunglasses on. Fucking ref shirt.
Ref shirt.
Ref shirt.
Incredible.
The ref shirt.
It's hilarious to see, obviously, people that know the business and then people that don't follow the business at all. It's kind of like, you all right, bro? Tough night.
Tough day. Are you going to be okay? I don't know. I don't know if anybody's ever had
Wait for the scan.
Yeah, check in with Chow.
Cody Rhodes crossroads me. Bang. Jelly roll, you know Jelly Roll? Grammy Award winner? Fucking, he pulled me through the table. It just exploded, splinters all over my body. And then Randy Orton, you know, RKO, fucking got me. That was all tonight. They said, wow, is everything going to be okay? I'm like, I don't know.
TBD scans.
See?
I'm running on adrenaline right now.
Yeah, I didn't see this until this morning.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, this is happening.
Yeah, this is good.
What are you guys laughing about?
I like how they're holding you on there.
What's so funny? What's so funny? Everybody.
Just sneaking it in there. Make sure they know.
Well, because I knew there was going to be a lot of photos.
Your fingies down there.
Is that Frog driving the thing?
I was not. It was all, hey.
Look at your face, too.
Yeah.
All of it.
Yeah, I got carted out twice. I got stretchered out. I got carted out.
You're hunched over like that. Like how you're hunched over.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a great visual.
just in a bad spot. I couldn't control my body.
No, of course not.
They're like, hey, there's still fans here. I go, what does that fucking mean?
Locked up.
My body, I can't use it. Those days are past now.
Mm-hmm.
Hell of a run.
Unbelievable.
Great run.
Great run. AJ, you were part of my wrestling run. Thank you for your service,
NXT.
AJ.
Back in the day, that was fun, yeah.
Just quality.
D-Bot, you're a part. Thank you so much, D-Bot.
Man.
Frankie, thank you, buddy. To my WWE 2K brethren.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
What a run that was.
What a run.
True honor.
They were really happy whenever we all got into that
Ecstatic.
game.
Yeah.
That was one of the nicest days on the internet for us.
It really was.
Yeah.
That was my introduction to the IWC.
That's when they said, hey, yeah, not in our fucking time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking these goofballs.
They don't get it. They never will.
They won't.
They might have been right all along, though. Feels like they probably are. You guys look great in the game.
Yeah.
You too, AJ.
Thank you.
We'll always
I think
have
Jelly and Cody are going to be a tag team now? Travel around?
I don't know. I didn't get a chance to catch up with either of them.
Fuck both
Your
those
body
guys.
shut down. You're right.
Yeah.
Is Cody's eye all right?
I don't think so.
From my understanding, from what I saw on the internet, not in real life, I haven't seen that thing in real life. I believe that thing was a big time.
Yeah. Huge.
That was a big time.
Yeah.
And then there's also, I believe, some stitches here.
Yeah. He got kicked in the head.
Some other shit happening here.
Back, yeah.
He got fucked up pretty good.
The champ really he laid it all out there.
Exactly.
Which is why we would like to reiterate, that fucker might be the one.
That guy might be the one.
That guy might be the one.
Yeah.
I tell you. He was fun to watch out there, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't really appreciate the fact that, when we attack him before the match starts, he's supposed to lose that.
Yep.
You're supposed to lose it. You're not supposed to fucking drop Randy into a post.
No.
Because Randy's supposed to boom, boom,
Boom.
I gotta stop doing that.
AJ warned you.
We talked about it last week, man. They watch film too, bud. They saw that. Like they were waiting. But that's good. You're setting up a comeback maybe someday.
No.
He's done
That's
with
the
the
whole thing.
business.
Part of the agreement, Hawk.
We'll see.
Deal's
You
a
never
deal,
know.
dude.
He's a man of his word.
No.
I
He
did
is.
sign something I didn't read, so.
I did see that. Yeah.
I got caught up in a moment. Randy said he was going to go talk to the crowd. I couldn't wait to hear him
And that
speak.
guy was smirking.
Foreign Adam Pierce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to say thanks to him for trying to keep
Guy I
everything
didn't need to know his name.
I think his name's Nick.
All the trucks are sick, though.
The Ram trucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were sweet.
The most recent one was the best.
Yeah.
The week before that, probably not their best, but it was a good Ram truck.
Still.
I fucking did it.
It's very unlike you to sign something that you didn't read, though.
There was only a couple words on it. It felt like it was pretty basic stuff. But I think it did mention that I could get hit by anybody at any time.
That's why he was smirking.
Clear for physicality.
I said, all right, you got it.
Yep.
Cody actually said when he got in the ring, he reminded me, he said, I can hit you right now.
What?
And I had to think to myself, can he? No way.
Randy.
Oh, yeah, he fucking can. Do it. And then guess who hit who? And guess what didn't work? That was not how that was supposed to go. We're supposed to beat him the fuck down.
Yeah.
We're supposed to beat him the fuck down. He was supposed to go through maybe the commentator table.
Yeah, exactly.
He was maybe supposed to have maybe me.
Yeah.
That would have
Who
been
knows if I'm
sick.
showcasing out there?
Yeah.
I'm showcasing immortals like this right here, coming across on him. Then Randy throws his fucking bag of bones back in the ring. Ring the bell, doofus.
1, 2, 3.
We're out of there.
He's got
They were
the
talking
neck
about
first.
match times.
Mm-hmm.
That one,
There was a lot of talk of that.
that one should have been much quicker.
Yeah.
But instead, it was complete opposite, and I felt like I was taught a bit of a lesson pretty quickly. Yeah, Cody Rhodes going to fucking kill you. Joe Rhodes going to kill you, and Randy's going to kill you. Almost like the wrestling gods say, "Hey, kid, scream." Which is why I said, "Hey, if this doesn't go how it's supposed to go, I'm out of here."
Yeah.
We're back on Wednesday,
Where at?
live from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Hell yeah.
Tomorrow we were going to be live, and then something was offered to us in Pittsburgh, so we are going to have to take them up on that offer. So we are going to do that. I get a lot of people telling me that I'm getting lazy because we don't do a show as much. Whenever there's some sporting event on in the afternoon that we're all going to watch anyways, what we have learned over the history of doing this show is it is not worth you watching us watch another show. It is not. It's not good for anybody. It is not good. It is literally not good for anybody. It's fucking the worst. Okay, it's the shits. And we can't help ourselves. If the Masters is on in the afternoon,
You're watching.
we're going to
it.
watch the Masters. If March Madness is happening, we're going to watch it. That's kind of how it goes. So we got a lot of people talking shit about us, but not, this week, we're off tomorrow. We're getting offered something they've never been offered before, and we're getting our scans back tomorrow.
Yeah.
Very important.
You might have to have fusion surgery tomorrow.
Potentially.
Yeah.
But also, the thing we were offered tomorrow, I've never heard of any human being getting offered it. And we're going to take advantage of that.
Hell yeah.
We're also doing a 5+ hour show on Thursday night, so kind of.
No, but genuinely, the fact that any of you watch anything, we're very surprised and appreciative of. Thursday night's going to be gigantic.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday, we're live from Pittsburgh from the draft spot.
Friday, too.
Friday, we're live from there as well. With Roger Goodell.
Ooh. The commissioner of the NFL.
Annual post first round. How'd you do, Raj? Hey, what are we doing about the refs, Raj? A lot of that.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of
Normally
that.
he'll give
I think
us-
that's probably going to be the focal point of this particular conversation this year. Hey, B-Mac, heads up. We're coming in with that. Right? Don't you think, AJ, that was nice of us to do?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, give him a heads up. He knows. He would expect it too.
Heads up. Normally, we want to know where the next draft is going to be as well.
You already know that. though.
Well, the one after DC.
There you go.
Heads up. We also want to know 18 games, 2 buys.
Feels right.
Australia, automatic buy. How's this work? What's your thoughts? There's a lot to talk about with him, and that he will have answers. He is actually
grass.
The streaming deals.
Streaming deals.
Back to the
5
table.
more money, 5 more games with YouTube. NFL Network getting purchased by ESPN, but also the NFL now having a percentage of ESPN as a whole.
Maybe making
Are
players.
we negotiating with him?
Maybe making players declare before the draft whether they want to come back and play or not. Something to think about.
Quarterbacks?
Sure. Whatever.
That's good.
Oh, like the NBA.
Just quick follow-up. Do we know if that has happened yet? Do we still have time before the draft starts? How many days?
2.5-ish?
So could still happen.
Actually, 77 hours.
Yep. 2 minutes 53.
Pretty good little countdown right there.
Yeah.
It's right here, I guess.
Very nice.
Good job here, boys.
Good job.
Good job, Zeke. Good job, Dirty. Good job, Nick.
Good job, boys.
Coming together. Countdown to the Draft Spectacular is currently sitting at 77 hours, 2 minutes, 35 seconds.
Can't wait.
So close.
It's the next generation of NFL superstar.
Oh, yeah.
Best.
Live in Pittsburgh. Think about the energy that's going to be there.
Oh. Nice weather.
Holy shit, AJ.
Great weather.
Great weather, isn't it? I mean, yeah, people are going to
It's
be juiced.
Pittsburgh. Let's
I was
not
gonna
get
say,
too-
so yeah, I'm
No,
gonna
it's
put my
locked in
eggs
now.
in that.
Don't say
I mean,
great.
not freezing. It's not going to be freezing.
I don't know if DiNardo's doing the reading of the Doppler that he created, but it does sound like, by all accounts, it's going to be a good couple days. The NFL seemingly has that effect.
Yep.
Came to Indianapolis for the Super Bowl. We had like 75-degree weather in February. It's never happened before for 4 days. Then as soon as they left, we had an ice storm. Pittsburgh, here we go. Green Bay was a little bit.
Friday was bad. Thursday, the night of the draft, we got lucky. But Detroit was the cold. Boy, it was cold and windy.
Brisk.
I forgot how chilly it was.
Yeah.
Have we decided on a dress code yet? We haven't. What we're dressing like?
No idea.
We have not figured that out yet.
I packed a.
Don't.
I got an idea. I need to run by you.
I know what
No. We
I
need
know.
to figure it out
I know what the
together.
last years have been. So
Okay, so we're just going, hey, let's dress nice.
yeah.
Okay, it's the draft.
That's why I need to run it by you.
It's a draft spectacular. You're dressing like an asshole? Is that what it sounds like?
It's just I have a couple ideas.
Ty, it's a shame you never get to go to this.
I know, and I love Pittsburgh. I love everything about Pittsburgh.
Loves you, man.
And of course, it's gonna be nice too. But you guys will be, you don't need me up there. You'll be fine without me.
But you would make it better. Like if you were ever a part of one of these, I think you, Ty Schmidt, would really enjoy the draft.
Well, listen, it's one of my it's one of my favorite nights of the year, sitting at home watching you guys, or wherever I end up, wherever I'm at. I'm tuning into you guys, and I'm just saying, I'm just chomping at the bit, like, oh man, I would love to respond to that, or I would have loved to say something there, but it's just not the reality of the situation, unfortunately.
It's crazy. You always got something going on.
I know.
Why do we have him on the graphic?
I don't know. I actually asked Bone that. Said, hey, this is kind of.
Oh, he was too busy letting Cody in the building to really.
Oh,
I'll tell you what, Bone really had quite a performance this weekend in Vegas. He showcased that he's on. He was clearly on our side, but he was happy with how it ended. I think.
Not
You know what I mean? He had a great night.
Oh, yeah.
DeBone, 50 Cent.
Did he know who 50 Cent was?
A lot of this right here.
About 50. Like, right behind him. Mike.
Did DeBone know any of the songs?
Yeah, he had a couple
Phone
of
like
these.
this.
Yeah, right here is 50.
Hands in pockets.
Yeah, I was like, Paul, get your hands out of your pocket.
50's right behind. They got cameras around it. The whole thing.
Get involved.
Was Taco on stage? I didn't see.
Singing.
I didn't see Talk on stage, but I will say DeBone had a talk week. DeBone, part of the Mania main event.
Sure.
Story be whenever he lets Cody in the building like an asshole, and then he's with 50 Cent. Talk does the track thing, then he's on stage with Flow Rider.
Yep.
It was an interesting week. 50 just acting abnormally normal for who he is at this stage of life. Just immediately after he performs, just comes out, just stands here, just casually standing here, talking to people, having a couple of drinks. I'm like, fucking
Beast.
You're just chilling? Yeah, literally. And he's fucking what? Super genius TV creator. Has the greatest album of all time. One of the best interneters.
Yeah. Vitamin
in
water.
the history
I was
of
going to
the
say,
internet.
Best
great
trolls.
business.
I know he's got booze companies too.
Incredible businessman, yeah. Just chilling, having a good time. Like, fucking, hey, you got me senior year of high school, bro. Every day in the club. I'm going in the club there. Now I'm in a club. damn near 40. I feel like a fucking 90. Hey, we're having a good time. We're having a good time here. And it was just like back in the all the same songs.
Yep.
From back, just pick me up, put me back into club, actually. That is what it was. But there was numerous discussions, numerous times walking into these rooms about how I shouldn't fucking be here. Okay, this is not this stage of life. I should not be walking in here. Then you get in there, the energy's great. It's like, okay, I remember I used to do this a little bit here. This used to be a good time. Tyrese Halliburton's looking at us going, I'm 26 years old. Yeah, I wanted to be a Bieber jelly. It just feels like so different. 50 said, yeah, we was having a ball at Live in Vegas. My man Halliburton pulled up on me. Okay, sick. All right, so I think he does remember that we exist. It was a good time in there. It was a good time. The whole place was having a good time. He has so many hits.
Yeah.
So like every generation knows. In Vegas is a lot of different. There's different conventions. CinemaCon was happening there. WrestleMania is happening there. There's some business shit going on. There's some gambling shit going on. So all these people go to all these hotels and then into the clubs. It's like you got to be able to hit like it. I don't want to say it's like a Super Bowl type thing, but it is like if you can hit every generation, Vegas, you're going to hit. I think every song, every person, 85-year-old drunk who's there, all the way down to the 21-year-old kid that's celebrating their fucking first time in Vegas. Whole place, just every single song. It was electrifying.
Had on the aux court, whole plane ride back.
Yeah, 50?
Straight fifth.
Did today, too, before the show.
Perfect.
Fucking need get rich or die trying it. Need it. It was a great time. It was a great time. Wish Randy would have won.
Yeah.
But it seems like everything we thought we needed in that business seems like it's okay.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness, that guy.
Full time.
Talk about being in shape.
0% body fat. You'll be seeing my ass all summer. Thank God for that. Business is good, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
It was a good run. Be your friend, tell a friend something nice. It might change your life. We're in this thing together. Tomorrow we're experiencing a once-in-a-lifetime thing. We'll be back on Wednesday, live from the draft setup. I wonder if they know that we're going to be there Wednesday.
Who's they?
What if they don't?
We're all in this thing together. Let's never ever forget that. Always going to be stirring some shit, even whenever we don't mean to. Team on me. Thank you all so much for allowing us to do this for a living. Actually, we're very, very thankful and lucky. Team on me. Team on three. 1, 2, 3. Team. Goodbye.